The following podcast contains spoilers and profanity. Hello and welcome to episode 25 of the Half and Half podcast. I'm your host Glenn Walker, and with me as always is MarsReviews.
No, I'm itchy.
Oh, you're itchy. Yeah,
No, wait, am I scratchy? No, it's itchy.
You're itchy. You're itchy. He's the blue one.
Yeah,
I guess I'm scratchy. I have to kill you. I'm Tom. Yeah, I'm Tom. You're Jerry.
Oh, that means I win in the end. You're
oh no,
loser.
Tom's cooler. He's cooler.
No.
He gets all the cool guys. He gets like Butch, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
Butch? Okay. Wait, what?
Remember Butch was like the black cat or whatever his name was. Whatever.
Wait, he gets him in the end? Like, what is that?
I meant like he has friends, but okay, all right, whatever. All right, Mars, you want to explain what's happening right here?
Okay.
Why are we flesh and blood now? What's going on here?
Oh, we walked into like an alternate dimension. Is what
I think
we
so.
did. You ever watch? It's exactly the same. I'll just to explain this real easily. You know the same synopsis of like Jimmy and Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah. So it's like I walked into the flat dimension, you walked into the 3D one, you look ugly.
Dang, you didn't have to do that.
Those characters look terrible.
Dang. Come on, man. They worked real hard on those.
I'm sure they worked really hard, and they worked. It's just because the Jimmy Neutron characters also look terrible in the Fairly Odd Parents universe too.
I mean, she looked alright.
She looks. They all look stupid. Even Libby, fucking Carl looked okay. He was okay.
Carl looked like he should fit in that universe. Like
he did actually.
Sheen looks fine.
She looks okay.
Cindy looks fine.
And
Libby's alright.
I don't like Libby. I don't like Libby in general though.
You're biased because you're racist.
Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah. So this is the first real live action Half and Half podcast. We tried doing this many moons ago when we tried to do a Venom podcast when MarsReviews came over to the good old East Coast.
I gotta upload that to like the my alternate channel just to have that there.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that was fun to do. Like the second time around was like probably the most fun I had on the podcast. But like doing that one was like that was the funniest thing. Like we were just like we're gonna do the live action one. It'll be so fun. And it was still fun, but it was like still strenuous of just trying to set it up.
Just trying to set it up because it's like, oh, we are not technicians at this. We're not.
I don't know. We'll have it down pat maybe for
one day.
Next time.
Maybe next time. Maybe. Hopefully. Maybe.
Maybe we'll have Porch there. I don't know. He's homeless.
Maybe. Okay, he's homeless. Yeah. All right.
But
all right. Well, yeah. This is live action, and today, the 25th episode, we're going to talk about the new film that came out, Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Okay. Just so we can just make this clear. If you can't, well, you actually tell them the visuals now. One really likes Legos.
Okay. All right.
So much so, you look at his whole entire Lego set. I ain't got shit over here. I just got a fucking hat. I ain't got nothing. All I got is a fucking raisin. What are these called? Like the fucking raisins, the raisinets,
the California raisins. Yeah.
I just have a California raisin and a $1 Hey Arnold figure. I ain't got crap over here.
Okay.
Fucking stunning on me.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna talk about the Lego Movie 2, we gotta
fuck Lego Movie 2. Let's talk about shit that we have on our desk.
Okay. Since we're
I got
doing
Frozone. What do you got?
I got Isabel. I got Rouge the Bat. Your favorite. I know though.
Fucking blew her arm off.
Yeah, I know. I'm very aroused by it. And then I have Bulma and Punisher. I don't know. Just talk about. This is just a live action after dark.
Yeah, this is fuck Lego Movie. That's a stupid movie. I am more fascinating on items that we have on our desk. Like
you've been to the house before. It's like you've never. It's not like you didn't see the desk.
I know, but they don't know.
I got this Bulma figure. It's a nice figure.
Yeah, I got Krillin, and I got the Krillin from Mexico, and the dad paid $30 for it. It was awesome. No, it's cool.
It's like a knockoff Krillin. It's not even real Krillin.
No, this is a real Krillin. This is licensed by Bandai.
Is it? Oh, that looks. His eyes are fucked up.
I mean, it's just like the anime. Akira Toriyama signed off on this.
All right. Okay. Enough talking about that. We'll get to that one other time. We'll do it after dark this way, so we can just fucking bullshit about what's on our desks. Okay,
Is that
so
gonna be
yeah,
an actual podcast idea?
why not? The best. It'll be the best after dark people want to listen to. They
I
were
mean,
like,
I ain't got.
what's on Mars Reviews' desk currently?
I got a. I got a freaking like. I got an alarm clock.
Oh my god! All right,
I got a Switch.
you got a Switch? I don't have a. I have a Switch like in the other room.
I have this is this is actual history right here. I have a Shrek Cup. This is what they gave out for
Shrek 2?
No, not Shrek 2.
Shrek
Not
3? Forever After?
No, not Shrek 3. Shrek Forever After with the little gnome.
I just said okay.
With the little gnome guy.
It's Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, whatever the fuck is. I never watched this movie.
Okay.
What makes this cup really cool is that I think this is the cup that like gives people that's like painted with like lead paint that can kill people.
Oh, dude, you should drink that.
I've constantly thought of drinking out of it because I constantly live in maybe I want to die today. Maybe I just want to drink out of the Shrek cup.
Okay. All right. Now enough of that. Let's talk about this. All right. So we're talking about Lego Movie 2, directed not by Chris Lord and Phil Miller, or that was the complete opposite of their names.
Miller Lord, Chris Miller Light, directed by fucking Miller Light and Phil Lord.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Not directed by them, written by them, directed by.
It was by the guy that did like he made awesome movies. He made Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked.
It's great filmography.
Hey, don't make fun of Hey, you shit on him, but I know that this guy directed Sky High, and that movie's awesome.
When did Sky High come out?
That was 2005, the year of our Lord.
How old were you when you saw that movie?
Fuck, 98. 98. That was like.
I was 6, probably.
I'm like a year older than you. I was 7. I was 7 or 8 around that time.
Okay. Oh, it was directed by Mike Mitchell. Mitchell.
Mike Mitchell.
He directed your favorite movie, Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
Your favorite Martian?
Yeah, your favorite Martian. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's just talk about this. Mars, what is your history with what's your history with Legos, or Legos in general, or just the Lego Movie 2 or the Lego Movie 1, really?
Okay. If we start with Legos, I was kind of like an Lego elitist. I liked Legos. I thought they were fine, but like I never really got into like building stuff. I was like, I'm fucking stupid. I don't know how to build anything out of Legos. Like I'll see these kids. I would watch them on YouTube, and they'll make like these really detailed Lego guns. And I can't do
Zazie Nambis or whatever his name is.
Yeah, like they'll make these really cool creations out of Legos, and I can barely form a fucking house.
It's true.
And I was just like, you know what? This is too much work. My parents are gonna buy them because they're too expensive. And I thought Lego sets were just like, oh, that's like $40. That's like I could get a DBZ game. I want to play DBZ sagas, not play with Legos. They're dumb. I played the Lego video games.
Me too.
I played Lego Star Wars. I was little Lego Yoda.
Yeah, I played Lego Star Wars. That was like that wasn't my first PC. It was like one of my first main like PC games that I got to play with the wireless controller. It was like one of those knockoff ones that you could like connect to the computer. It was cool.
Oh, those wireless controllers for like the older generation are awesome. I had a wireless fucking Nerf PS2 controller that I used to throw on the fucking ground.
You're mad?
No, I could do. It was so soft. It was so padded that I probably could just like throw it as hard as I could and it'd be fine.
That's cool. Yeah, but
I played those on like the DS.
I played my fair share of Lego games, both on the computer, played on the PlayStation, GameCube, and obviously I played it on the DS. It's like Lego Star Wars. I played forever on the DS for a while. Complete Saga, Lego Indiana. Oh God, who's that?
Go away. Go ahead, Dad. You're gonna be on camera.
You want me to put it on camera?
If you want to. Do you want to be on camera? Come here.
Did your father see Lego Movie 2?
You're a little bit far, but It'd probably
Man,
be a little bit dark.
we could see you. Yeah, there you go.
Go away.
Alright, bye.
Anyways.
Okay, okay, enough of that. I guess for me, Lego has always been, I guess, a part of my life. They're like probably some of the first toys I had. Like I used to have I had like the Jack Power Legos, if you know what those are. They were like the kind of shitty ones that were like completely like different looking than the normal minifigures, but they were cool because he was like a cop too. He was cool. And I had the first ever like Lego Spider-Man sets for when the Raimi movies came out. I still have those to this day. I know they're in the house somewhere. I could find them. If I have Lego Green Goblin, I have Spider-Man. I think I have Mary Jane too, and I have the Norman Osborn one. But yeah, I've always loved Legos. I played the Lego video games on Wii and whatever. I had multiple sets for many years, and then as I grew older, I was kind of like you, where like I wasn't good at building them for a decent amount of time.
No, those fucking kindergartners, man, they know how to make shit.
I was okay. I was okay at building some, but yeah, after a while, she's like, I'm like 12. I don't want to do this. But then, yeah. But my father used to get me like the Mega Blocks because I was really into Halo. So I got like Halo Mega Block ships, and they were pretty good. But yeah, no, I built a couple. I built the Lego Millennium Falcon.
I had for some brief period I had Mega Blocks, but it was never because I expressly wanted them. It was because they were cheaper.
They were cheaper. But I had the Lego Millennium Falcon. I mentioned this in the Last Jedi episode, but I had the Lego Millennium Falcon, and it was a pretty good set. It was really nice. It had Han Solo, Darth Vader, it had cool characters. It wasn't like the really big one. It was like a smaller one. It was really nice. But for whatever reason, I don't know someone in my family was really, really mad at me. I don't know if it was either my cousin, my little brother, or my father, or himself.
Looks to the left and fucking he's staring you down.
Yeah. But
You're gonna get a beating.
I'm
this
sure.
Is the first live action one. You're gonna fucking there.
All I know is that it was one of them. It definitely was not me. I know for a fact. I took care of my Lego Millennium Falcon because I had that and I had a really giant Hasbro one, and they coincided together perfectly well. They were really nice together. But I had it. I kept it. I used to have a double-decker bed that I slept in with my little brother, and I kept it under the bed. And I don't know, for whatever reason, one day I just came back upstairs to my room. I would look under the bed, and my Lego Millennium Falcon is just in pieces, just right next to the regular Lego one, the regular one. And she's like, "Oh, okay, I guess someone in my family hates me. All right."
There's a lot to hate, you know. I just give them credit. There's a lot to
hate. So now we're gonna get to this portion of my life. So
we're going into the dark portion, the dark side, the downfall, the falling action, as the people would say in film school.
Okay, all right. So in the middle of June of last year, I was in my senior year of high school. High school was ending. I was gonna graduate and I was like, hey, do you want to get a yearbook? It costs like $100. And I'm like, fuck no, I don't want a yearbook. I was just like, okay, I just was really bored one day. I went to like a random store and I'm like, oh, I really liked Infinity War. Here's a good, cool looking Infinity War ship. It's the Benatar. It's the Guardians ship. And it's like, oh, this is awesome. What is this is like, I think it's cool, but it's also this is like separate. And it's like the little escape pod with it. So it's like, this is separate. And you can combine them together, and it makes like a really nice little thing. So I'm like, oh, this is way better than fucking buying a yearbook that I'm not even gonna be in. It's like, oh, okay. So that's the start of this. And then I would constantly be in Discord calls because I just had like an interest in Lego for a decent amount of time. Because I just watched like people like Jangbricks, which he's okay. He's an okay YouTuber. He talks about Legos. And yeah, I like the intricacies of some of the. I like ships a lot. That's my thing. So if you can get like a good aerodynamic thing that looks really nice in block form, like that's pretty cool to me. So that, and then Lego Movie 2 came out, and I just started like, oh, hey, I work at a place. They have a discount. I can get these for pretty okay. So I just have these now.
Your Lego infatuation disgusts me. I will.
It's not even like
I'm gonna be very explicit. All these people they're gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be Team Glem in the comments. I don't care. Fuck Legos. They suck. I hate them.
You
No.
don't hate them. You just hate the fact that I have them.
No, I hate that they cost too much.
They do cost too much. That is completely understandable why
If
you
these
don't
were like $10 each, that'd just be like go wild. But these things have
Oh,
ranges
yeah,
that
no,
are
if-
just
if these were, like,
disgusting.
If these were like full price, I would not get any of these aside from maybe the Guardianship. That was it. Like no.
Why the Guardianship out of all?
Because it's a good because it's a good ship. I like Infinity War. I like the Benatar. It was a nice little
I
ship.
never think of the Guardianship at all.
I
Like,
think I just hey, I liked Infinity War. I like Star Wars. I like spaceships in general. I like Legos, so I might as well get one.
how long are they even in that damn ship, anyways? In the movie, it's like very minimal amount of time.
They're in it for a little bit, and then the Thor and Rocket and Groot, they're in the little escape pod, and then that's a part of this one. That's like a separate little build that you can connect to the actual ship, and I think it's cool.
Hmm.
All right. Well, anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Lego Movie. So yeah, let's talk about your history with the Lego Movie.
What is my history of the Lego?
2014 Mars it was a different time.
Where was I in 2014? I think I was in high school or something.
You had to be in high school.
I had to be in high school. I think I had to I don't know what it was. I think I had to drag my family out to go see that because we were at that point to where it's just like, oh, it's either the fam goes or no one goes. And I was like, okay. So I was like, Dad, see this movie about Legos. And he was like,
no.
he could give a shit. He could give a shit less. It was my mom that I needed to fucking convince.
It's like, why would I want to see this advertisement?
I think possibly. I don't know if that was their exact feelings on it, but I went to go see the Lego Movie. I saw the movie. I sat down. I ate the popcorn. I drank.
Mountain Dew.
I drank a 32-ounce Mountain Dew.
Okay.
I watched the movie and I thought it was alright. I thought it was a pretty fine movie. I thought it was definitely one of the better animated movies of that year. It should have been. I remember there was a big controversy with
People were like, "Oh, it got snubbed at the Oscars for one of the best animated ones," which I completely. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, especially for the first one.
That got snubbed.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care. But it's like, I mean, I'm just like, oh, hey, maybe just give it a shout out. Why not? It was animated.
Whether it won, and I didn't think it would win. I have to really look at
winning is a different thing than being nominated. People just say like, oh, it should have got nominated at least because it didn't get nominated.
That was in 2015 Oscars, right? 2015.
Yeah, because it comes out a year later.
2015 Oscars animation. What? I'm looking on my phone. That's why.
What came out in 2015, Mars? Tell me.
Why the fuck? Big Hero 6 came out that year.
That
movie, you can see his dumbass brother die.
His dumbass, yeah, that's the only fault of them.
That is the only real thing I remember about the movie. I remember Stan Lee and his brother dying. And Baymax, I guess.
I kind of remember Baymax and Go-Go. That's it.
Let's go. 2015. Wait, 2015. 2014. If it's. Fuck, I'm looking retarded. It's 2015. Okay, if this is correct, the movies that were nominated were Inside Out, Anomalisa, Boy in the World, Shaun the Sheep, and When Marnie Was There. Anomalisa, Inside Out, Shaun the Sheep, Locks.
I remember, yeah, Shaun the Sheep was like the kind of like the one where like, oh, really? That's nominated? It's like, I didn't. I know I don't have a problem with Shaun the Sheep. It's just like, oh, I remember people like, why is this nominated?
The two anime films I heard When Marnie Was There wasn't even really that good, to be honest. But
and then I'm assuming Inside Out won for like best animated or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Lasseter. Yeah. I think he was part. Yeah, he was part of that one.
He probably was a part of it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the first Lego Movie a lot. It was probably one of my favorite films, especially.
Oh, I bet. I bet you really did.
Shut up. All right, yeah. That wasn't even like infatuated with it at that point. It's like, oh, I like them.
Dude, you got the fucking whole crew right on your desk. What are you talking about?
That's completely different. These are not the ones. These are not the ones from Lego Movie 1. I'm not gonna pay like $200 for the fucking Metal Beard ship or something.
You're a
Alright.
fake fan of the movie then.
I guess I like the yeah. You know what? Yeah, I did like the movie enough to get them before I saw Lego Movie 2. Mars, we saw Lego Movie 2, so let's talk about that.
Okay,
You want to?
let's give a little bit more context to it.
Let's give a little bit more. Okay, okay.
February rolls around, and I'm thinking, wow, the only movie that's worth watching is Battle Angel Alita.
All right.
Because it's an anime movie. I want to see anime
No,
movies.
no, it's an anime manga movie.
Cold Pursuit comes out. Black.
You're looking.
Black
I know you're
people-
looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that one. I can't wait to see my boy Liam. To be quite honest, I forgot that Lego Movie 2 came out this month, which is pretty indicative of why it's failing at the box office.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna talk about that, I guess now. Yeah. So currently, at the time of this recording, it is Tuesday. Lego Movie came out. I saw it on Thursday night. Thursday. It started a little bit earlier because it was like it's a screening for a family film. They wanted to start it earlier. So
Yeah, he sat
I
there at midnight with his Legos quivering.
I did
in the
not
cold.
sit at. Yeah, I sat at midnight. I sat there like 6:30 or something. I saw it on Thursday, and yeah, no, and there was not that many people in the theater, and I'm like, oh, all right, this is okay, whatever. It's an early screening. I guess people. It's a Thursday night. You probably don't want to see the kids, see it with the kids on like a school night, whatever. It's not like the movie theater has like a discount on that day, whatever.
Nah, the
But
kids
then,
will
like-
find a way. They'll find a way to see the movie.
Yeah, so, yeah, I saw it, and it's like, oh, my friend Porch, my good old buddy,
On the show.
was on the show.
Spider-Verse film.
Spider-Verse, go watch it. But yeah, he sent me like a random thing on DMs, like, oh, Lego Movie 2, it's not making too much money, and he sent me that on Saturday, and I'm like, wait, what? And so I look up Lego Movie 2, and the first thing that comes up is like, oh, Lego Movie 2 disappoints with $8 million opening.
That one doesn't. I don't know about that one, but I know it did not make a lot of money.
It's still not making a lot of money. They say it's only made like 50 something million right now.
Ooh, that's pretty
Which
bad
it's pretty bad.
for Legos.
It's just bad in general for any movie, especially.
I think it's bad in it's bad in general for
Especially
any
if-
movie, but like for Legos, this multi-billion-dollar company with that big movie that came out is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also a sequel to one of the biggest films of 2014 that people liked a lot.
Yeah, think about that. Yeah, that's been like 5 fucking years. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's not doing
No,
well.
that'd be in
apparently.
2020. This 2019.
And
Those kids that enjoyed it then grew out.
I saw the movie twice also, and there were not a lot of people at my second screening. Even less, I would say.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, but it's not looking good for WAG or whatever.
The worst like animation like fucking like abbreviation WAG.
Wag.
WAG. Ugh.
It's just like I'm thinking about it, it's like, wow, this is gonna make. You think it's gonna make even less money than Solo, because currently it's like even domestically it's not doing well, like overseas either.
I like that that's our bar. It's like, how much of a failure is this movie Solo?
Well, I mean, because like you look at it, it's like, okay, this might make its money back, it might break even. Solo broke even, but it was still a really big loss, because you got to also think about like one, reshoots, and two, marketing for that film. I think the film had a lot of marketing, and so does this one. Clearly, you're looking at it over here, and a lot of marketing towards it, and it's just like, oh, and I think the first one made like 400, made almost made $500 million, and this one's not even making 100 million. It's like, because the whole thing is like sequels. They either wanted to make as much as the original, or even more than the original.
Yeah, it's very, very concerning, and it seems like it's weird too, because like everything about this screams like a success. You got likable actors in it. You got like fucking Chris Pratt playing 2 characters.
Plays 2 characters.
A multitude of celebrities. You got fucking what's this fuck that does the Batman one?
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett in it.
People like Will Arnett's Batman. I mean, they liked Lego Batman, but I've also heard wasn't it like every other subsequent Lego movie was like not doing as well as Lego Movie 1? Like even
I don't even know. Is is it a fatigue that
Because
people just
I
don't
know
care?
Lego Ninjago really didn't make money. I think Lego Batman made its money back, and it was a pretty decent success, but it wasn't as good as Lego Movie 1.
Lego Ninjago killed the fucking Lego franchise. That's funny. That is hilarious.
I don't know. I don't know if it. I mean, I wouldn't say it killed it. I'm saying this one probably killed it because
I know. I'm that's a hyperbolic statement, but like that would just be funny. Of just like what killed Legos. It wasn't Lego Movie 2. It was Lego Ninjago.
We should talk about that. Did you see Lego Batman at all?
My family was watching it in the living room at one point, and I think I was trying to do something else, so I saw maybe 3/4 of it, but it was pretty good.
It was alright. I think it was okay. It got a little bit heavy-handed towards itself it got really meta, and I was like, oh, all right, you're kind of losing me just a tiny bit.
From the
But I thought
3/4 of it, it was.
It was pretty good. I liked Lego Batman, and I didn't bother with Lego Ninjago because I don't care about Lego Ninjago personally. I watched a little bit of the show when I was 12 or something. I don't even know. I remember when that was coming on Cartoon Network. I do remember seeing some parts of that show, and I'm like, oh, I like Legos. I'm like, oh, this is kind of not for me. Even like as a 12-year-old, it's like, oh, okay. And yeah, I just didn't bother with the movie, and I probably would have liked it had I watched more of that show. Like if they probably yeah.
Yeah, at that point in my life, it was just goes like, fuck ninjas. You're either Naruto or you're out.
Is this the bar? Naruto? You have to be Naruto or Boruto?
I don't like fucking ninjas to be. I've grown out of ninjas. Like the only ninjas I fuck with are Rock Lee, Gaara, Shikamaru. Fucking I remember
You're
Naruto.
speaking gibberish to me. I don't know what any of those names were.
Come on, we don't remember. Those are all these Naruto characters.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. You're barking at the wrong tree with Naruto. Yeah. Anyway,
Come on,
so
Shikamaru, you don't remember him?
I don't remember Shikam. I don't know. I don't remember.
What about
any of them.
Choji?
What was the cool one with the white hair and the thing over his face and eye?
Oh, dude, that's cool. Choji. You should totally be Choji.
He was the cooler one. All he did was like read porn all day.
That was Choji, man. You know.
He's the only one I liked.
It's not Choji. Choji's like a big fat fuck. That's Jiraiya.
Okay.
Or Kakashi, if you're talking about.
Okay, so Mars, let's talk more about Lego Movie 2 now. Let's just get into this sort of thing, and then we'll talk more about the financial state that it's in a little bit later.
I believe that you should start this off because you came into a call one day and you were fucking furious.
Okay. I was not furious. Okay, I want to...
You smashed all the Legos.
Let's go back in time. Again, I saw the film on Thursday, and I was looking forward to it. I got these for a decent price, and they're like, oh, okay. I didn't spend hundreds of dollars on this fucking thing.
You spent thousands.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm yeah. But the first thing I did was I left work and I went to go to the theater. Actually, I went to go to the theater to see Lego Movie 2, and I saw it at the 6:30 screening or whatever. And I saw the movie. I guess do we want to go into what we think about the movie right now?
Yeah, sure. Go on. Shit, jump into it.
Okay, I saw the movie twice. On my first screening, I personally really didn't like it for a majority of the first half of it. It wasn't really grabbing me. I wasn't really liking most of the humor. The jokes just weren't hitting me. One or two chuckles would happen. I kind of liked. Songs were all right. It kind of was my first time. I didn't really care for them. They were kind of giving me Teen Titans Go to the movies vibes. The second time, I kind of liked them a little bit more. They were all right. But and then I thought we'll get into it later. But I thought the third half was really, really good. I really liked the way it was handled, and I thought like, oh, where was this? Where was this the rest of the movie? It was like, okay, and like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave the theater in a really happy mood. And then I started going home, and I'm like, did I like that movie? I don't even get it. And like I'm just kind of having this weird, I don't know, existential crisis or whatever. I just felt like I was on a trip for some reason. I don't know why I felt that way, but I got home. I got into a call with our good friend Porch from the podcast, and I was just describing to him when I saw about the movie, and it's like, oh, he's like, what was this movie that you watched? And like, I couldn't really express it in words whatsoever. I don't know why I couldn't. And then I saw the movie again, and I'm like, what the fuck was I on? It's like, okay, I get it now. All right, what the fuck? All right.
It sounds like a fucking like Onion headline of just like man
Man.
emotionally disturbed by Lego Movie 2.
I don't know why I thought that way. I don't know why I was like, oh my god, did I like that movie? What the fuck did I just like? It's not like that. It's not the worst. Yeah, I don't get it. But I saw the movie again, and it's like I had similar feelings towards it, but it's like okay, I know where I stand on this movie now. And yeah, I still didn't really care for the first half of it really because I just really didn't like the jokes. I felt it was really scattershot, really.
Yeah. Glum's dad's in the back. That's funny.
What?
Your dad was just in the background walking in as you're about to end your rant.
Yeah.
Oh, my feet are showing on the. No, they're not showing. You can't see my feet. You can see my feet. That go against.
That's not true.
That go against TOS. You know, Glum. I don't usually not one to say that you're correct about things, especially in movies. Which I'm not because that's not gonna happen. Because this movie was fucking awesome. No, okay. So I went to see.
I'm interested to see what your react because I don't actually know what the fuck you think about it.
Okay. Well, after you went on when you came in and you were talking about it on Discord, I was just like, oh, I guess I'll go see it tomorrow. I've just you know, that was the first I've ever heard that. Oh, the movie's out. Fuck, go. So I went to go to the movie the next day. I stole some food in there. I brought some food into the theater. Forgive me.
Forgive me, movie theater. I'm sorry you don't get like $50 for a box of Thin Mints and Nerds.
I was fucking pissing people off because I bought like them flaming hot Doritos and I brought like a little bag and you'll just hear a little crunch, like big crunch, and I could feel the stares at me.
Yeah, so that's why you do that before. That's why you do that in the trailers, Mars.
Yeah.
Right.
So I saw the movie and I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fine, but I did realize the problems of. I felt like the movie is just trying to do something that was special with the first one and trying to redo it, and I didn't feel any sort of real magic to it that much.
Yeah, I was like feeling the same way, and I just like, oh, I don't want that.
I also felt like it was fairly predictable too to me. Like I guessed pretty much majority of like. Look, I'm fucking big brain. I'm guessing kids movies. I fucking like pretty much from like the jump just guessed like I know what this is gonna be about. It's gonna be about him trying to be more impressive to fucking Wild Style. Wild Style was gonna really hates this song because she secretly made it. Oh, I guess spoilers. Fucking the guy that he teams up with is the bad guy because it would make fucking no sense if it was just like this toxic fucking male authority figure. If this guy would just be like the fucking like mentor hero. It's like this guy is fucking clearly evil. The way how they were just putting out like we're not secretly evil was just a fucking smoke screen that I just saw through, and it was just kind of a. It's kind of fucking. It was just kind of everything I expected it to be. It was. I was not surprised at all. The only thing that was kind of really keeping me going to just like, wow, this is really charming, was still just like the aesthetic of just like, hey, look, they're all Legos. We really make them like Legos. Like there's little things like how
scratches on them.
Those scratches, how they look like shit in the fucking
the
Mad Max one.
Yeah. Like, the movie is beautiful. I'm not gonna take like the movie is all like just like astonishing to look at. I would probably.
It's honestly, it's still a top tier anime movie of the year, just in terms of like visual style.
I would put it next to Spider-Verse. It's like, oh, is this beautiful to just look at? Like I just like
not that high, but it's still good.
I would put it there, like personally, I guess. But it's like
it was creative. There's a lot of creative shit that they do.
Yeah, and like I just like looking at it, like especially
There were some visual jokes I didn't really care for that much. Like the ones where they were like fucking around like paper. I think one of them sucked. Like I was just very confused on why it was integrated into the movie.
What?
Oh fuck! What am I trying to recall? There's like a one where it's like they're kind of like, look at how cheap it is. We're doing a cheap joke or something.
Like spaceship part.
I think it was that one. There was one
I did
where
that twice.
where it was just kind of like, that's kind. I thought that was kind of lame, but overall, it's a good looking movie. Not really that much of a presence of like a soundtrack. I don't. There's a lot of movies that don't have really a presence of like music. I've been noticing that more and more.
We had a decent amount of songs in it.
Oh, I couldn't recall other than this is song that gets stuck inside you. This song that gets stuck
Ironically,
inside you.
like, well, I guess we'll get to that when we actually talk about the plot. But like, ironically, that was the song that I don't remember too much about, aside from just like the beat of it. Just
Yeah,
like,
that is something that's funny. Is like this something like, if it like for the movie experience of like while I'm watching the movie, then yeah. But like outside of the movie, I'm not like whistling this. I am not singing it. I'm not hearing anybody reference it. Not to the extent of everything is awesome.
Yeah.
It's that's kind of like sad when it's like this song gonna get stuck inside you. This song gonna get stuck inside you, and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Not at all. I like T-Pain's in that. I think.
Is he?
Yeah, it's T-Pain.
Okay, that's all right.
It's the same
I guess.
cadence.
All right. Well, I guess we'll talk about the actual plot, and I guess whatever. Yeah, there's a plot to it. I rewatched the first. Did you watch? Did you rewatch the first Lego movie? Like
I
watched.
I thought it was on streaming, but it wasn't, and I tried to torrent it.
All right. Mars is gonna get raided by the cops tomorrow.
I like that we can do dumb visual jokes like that now. Ah, my nappy hair.
It's terrible. All right, get that back on. You know, but I rewatched the first Lego movie. It is still like really charming and just like funny. Is like not like a laugh a minute, but it's just a constant stream of just joke after joke, and I think they still really land for me. Yeah, that movie is really really charming and fun still, and I just wasn't getting that with this one.
Yeah, it was the first
Lightning
movie.
in a bottle?
I felt like it was very lightning in a bottle. For me with the first movie. I thought like a lot of like the jokes in like the first one are a little bit more funny, a little bit more quotable too. I found out that like, oh, Lord and Miller they didn't direct this, they wrote it, and like, really? Because I'm not laughing at like any of this, like really, like I'm chuckling. I guess we can't really say much to that because it's like comedy subjective, but it's like I laughed I laughed. I mean, maybe not a big hearty laugh, but I laughed a few times. This movie's not devoid of entertainment. This is
it's fun.
Just to spoil something, we're probably gonna be talking about how it's sort of disappointing, but like at the end of the day, this is still like a 6 out of 10 movie. It's still really enjoyable.
Yeah. I would put it like under there. Yeah, like a 3, like a light 3 out of 5, really. Out of 10. God damn it, we're gonna keep doing that.
3 out of 10. Right. Oh, I don't have 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10.
3. Yeah. All right. Guess we'll talk about a little bit. So yeah, it starts off with just like we start off with the end of the last film, just like, oh, the Duplo, the little sister comes in, and it's like, oh, she fucks up everything by destroying the whole city, which I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to see more of the live action stuff, since they already set that up with the first one. We didn't really get too much of the live action stuff until literally the last third.
When it is there, I do think that's one of the more interesting parts of the movie. It's like shot wise, it's like, wow, this actually looks pretty nice.
It looks good. Yeah, but I love the live action parts. I think they're really good. And I was like, oh, the boy from the first film is older now. He has a little sister, and I would
fucking living life. You see that, like, if you see this kid's fucking Lego collection, dude, he's like 12 glims.
I mean, he takes it from his father, Will Ferrell, who's not in the movie at all, aside from his voice.
I have a cousin that's like exactly like that, where he has like Legos like that, and
just like a whole city in his basement.
Yeah, he's like way older than me. He's like fucking like 42, so he's like, and he's like pretty successful. Like, he has like a bunch of Legos, and he has like, hey, this is my office, and I'm just looking in this.
If you can afford it, good to him, I guess. Yeah.
I want to fucking smash all this.
You want to be the little sister. That's what you want to be.
I do. She's that is the correct way how to live, like in that
Constantly
relationship.
break Legos. You wanna constantly watch those videos, just like someone throwing the Lego Star Destroyer into the Death Star. That's
Yeah, I
what you
want
want
to
to
see
look
one
at.
of those videos where it's like some guys like after like 1,000 hours, I finally finished this endeavor of building all these Legos. I'm so proud. This is what my dad wanted me to do, and I want to fucking stomp on his Legos. And then he starts crying.
You stomp on and you stab your foot. That's what you do.
Oh,
Really? Yeah.
I just want to cause mischief within the Lego community.
Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to see more of the family dynamic because I thought that was probably one of the better parts of the film, especially even though I really like the film. I think
Yeah, Will Ferrell's not even the fucking movie.
I know, but you have the mother now, and you still have the one kid from the first movie, and you have the little sister, and they apparently shot some. Apparently, they shot some footage for the first film where you see his little sister, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. They thought about it like beforehand, and it's like, oh,
girls
hey,
are gross.
yeah. But they don't really. I wanted to see more of that because, like, I would have loved to see like the little sister fucking up everything in live action, just like, oh, she's just a destructive baby, because like, oh, that's what they are. And like, okay, and it would have been nice to see like both of their sides from it instead of just seeing it like the last third again from the first movie and just like, oh, you're retreading that now. Yeah. But yeah, it starts off, it's like a complete regression. Everything is not awesome. You have everything's apocalypse Mad Max now. But Emmet, he's still feeling good. He's getting coffee in the morning for his girlfriend Wild
Why do you have
Style.
2 Emmets?
Because every one of these fucking sets comes with like 1 or 2 Wild Styles or Emmets, and it's like, oh, I just have like a bunch of them and I could sell them probably.
Dude, send me one.
Just come over here. I'll just send you an Emmet.
Pass it through the camera.
Yeah, I'll pass it through the camera. All right, here you go. There you go. Okay. All right. I didn't really care for just like, oh, it's been 5 years and this character hasn't really learned shit. Apparently, he's just like, oh, I'm still innocent and fun loving.
In those 5 years, this one day, it's like,
yeah.
ooh.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. And then like, okay, so he like sees like a vision. He sees like a fucking like catastrophe. Armageddon.
Armageddon. You get it? Because our mom, the first one was about the dad. It's like, oh, Armageddon. Oh, what's gonna happen? But yeah, the vision's like, oh, everything's gonna get sucked up into like the bin of storage or whatever. It's like, oh, what's gonna happen? I wonder what's gonna happen. And so we have this whole thing where the sister comes with her Legos, and she comes in and she kidnaps all the characters and she brings them to her thing.
I like that you can visually explain this with your fucking
I can
Lego
explain.
collection.
Yeah. You could the character. What's
Like,
her
we're
name?
no longer restricted to just like audio
Yeah.
descriptions. Glem can now use his fucking
Yeah,
Lego
yeah,
sets to explain the
sweet,
plot.
Sweet Mayhem comes in her ship and she takes away Wild Style. She takes her away and she's got
This is fucking stupid.
and Emmet has to because he built like a little dream house that he's gonna live in forever because he's like a stupid man child, and he has to go and build his house and he has to save the day in his little spaceship house, and he's got to go and save the day again because he's a man. It's okay. This is another thing. This like what was your thoughts of when you heard this film was gonna like talk about gender issues?
I was just like, I just heard a loose like article, and I was like, huh? And that was like the end of it. I did not know the movie existed.
You saw the one.
I literally just saw like fucking like no. The only thing I saw from this movie is like the Hot Ones, and it's like, oh, this is out. I didn't even. Those are the 2 things that like stuck. Hot Ones and that like one article that I did not read, that I didn't even give like the due diligence to even read.
Well, I guess we should talk about that. I guess like how'd you feel about that? This whole film.
It was alright.
It was alright.
Yeah. I mean, it was just talking about like, hey. I thought it was gonna be something else, but it was fine. It was like, what was it? It was just talking about like, hey, what was it about? Like, it was just like fucking telling him, like, he's like telling his sisters like, stop playing with Legos. Legos aren't for you.
No, it's like stop playing with my Legos.
Oh,
Because
stop
like,
playing
oh,
with
the
my Legos,
boy's
the boy
like
Legos,
the
play with
boy,
the girl Legos.
the boy's a teenager. He's edgy. He's like, oh, so the Rex is like the personification of that. It's like, oh,
She's like trying to be something that she's not.
yeah.
Like I'm fucking what is it? She's like putting up a front. There's just like, I want to play with the boys. No, these are my Legos. The boys just, yeah, he's kind of a dick. He's just a hormonal.
He was a bit of a dick, and it's
He
like,
learned.
yeah, he did learn, and like in 2 years, the sister's gonna become the exact same thing.
A piece of shit.
Probably.
Have a Lego brick in the oven,
That's the
possibly.
point. It was not brought up, and that is most likely true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we get all the characters have to go to the Sistar system, which is it's obviously the sister, and so they get to meet the little queen, whatever I want to be, and she's like a little block, and she's like all animated. She can change into whatever she wants via like the whole blocks.
She does the head shaky black thing.
Yeah. Who was she voiced?
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, she did a good job. I liked her character.
She was cool. That is one of the upgrades in the movie. Not upgrades. One of the better parts of the movie, where it's like that character is funny. I like that character a lot. I like her voice. I like fuck my headphones. This hat is destroying me.
You gotta take it off.
No, I like it. It's a cool visual.
You already took it off. Okay.
It's a cool
All
visual.
right.
I like that character, and like a lot of the jokes with her really work. In like the visual shit with her is fucking probably some of the best shit in the movie.
I know I really like the way it was handled, especially when the not evil, and then she was like, yeah, she's talking to Batman because she's the whole plan is she has to marry Batman.
I was very confused about that one. Okay, so
okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Okay, I guess to do it now. Okay, so their whole thing was this like kind of like, hey, we're not evil, but whilst I was like, you're full of fucking shit. And he goes like, no, we're not evil. Look how not evil. And they sing like a whole song saying like, I'm not evil, but they're doing a real shit job. And then in the end, later on, it just turns out like, oh no, we weren't actually evil. We were telling the truth, but we're just fucking idiots. And we're just like, oh, okay. But like, the whole thing is like they have to. Tiffany Haddish's like block character has to marry Will Arnett's Batman character, and the way how she gets that done is like she like manipulates Batman by like stroking his ego to just like fucking with his ego, just saying like,
Yeah.
Superman's better than you,
Superman's way
and
better than
fucking
you.
Batman's like, oh, he's a fucking soy boy cock. I'm fucking epic. I'm gonna fucking own you. I'm gonna wife you up, and you're gonna be I'm gonna be happy, and just kind of manipulates him into doing that. And I still have questions about that. What do you think of that? Like, is that wrong? Is it still wrong?
I think that's like I completely understand like, oh, the little girl wants them to get married because she's like, you think about that, it's like, oh, little girls might do that all the time, probably when they're playing with Barbies or something, like the little girl, like say like a sister takes like her Barbie and she steals the little boy's GI Joe and they marry each other. Yeah, exactly, and they bind them together.
I was very confused. Get like, oh, this is
I
fucking weird.
think it, like, yeah, and when you see it in the film, it's just like, oh, he's being manipulated, and it's like, oh, this is not cool.
And like the grander scheme of it is like, oh, it is just a little girl just fucking around like, G.I. Joe marry Elsa and they live happily ever after, and then the boy's like, no, get out of my room.
It's just that. But yeah, when you see in the personifications of the characters, just like, oh, this is like seduction. That's not cool for a family film.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. That just like one scene is like seeing that, and then it's like,
oh. I mean, Batman's an idiot, but alright.
Alright.
Yeah. Whatever.
What else did they do? They like fucking
We get funny jokes like Bruce Willis. That's pretty funny.
That was actually him, right?
Actually, him.
I thought he was gonna be a one-time joke, but it was like a second one.
The second one is like,
Yeah. Did they make the joke about Die Hard in the?
Yeah, the vents, because Wildstyle goes through the vents to try and escape the song.
No, I know.
They're trying
I
to...
thought we were gonna be like referencing like the Christmas movie Die Hard meme.
Like, oh yeah, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. No, it's not. I thought that that sounds really cool at first, and then it's become this big thing now. It's like, oh, you made it less special.
Yeah, it used to be like, it used to be great, but now it's ruined.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, so yeah, we have this whole thing where Emmet is trying to save all its friends, like Lucy,
Because of
Ben.
the fucking white chick, armored chick, white armored chick.
Sweet Mayhem. That's this character. She's trying to like the queen and all the girl characters, or like all the sisters, little lackeys. They're trying to brainwash all the side characters, which aren't really as good as the first movie.
They don't do shit really. They're kind of fucking out of it, and that's kind of disappointing because I thought they would have a bigger presence.
Because you have little Benny here. He's like my favorite part of the first one. You got spaceship, and it's like, oh, he makes jokes about spaceships, and it's like, oh, he's not in the movie.
Does he ever? Do they ever make like savage spaceship jokes? Do they ever mention that one that blew up?
The Challenger? Yeah.
Do you think Benny's ever made a joke about the Challenger?
Exactly. I don't think so.
Are you Challenger me?
Wow, that's really good.
Really reaching for that one.
You're really reaching for that one. All right.
Giving a good stretch to get good reach.
Was that the one where that was the one where Big Bird almost died? And was that the one with the guy who had the black guy who had the samurai sword?
Yeah, I remember I felt fucking bad when I learned about the Challenger. It was like at the NASA museum. I was like, look at this fucking weeb. Look at this fucking dork and his fucking samurai sword. What is he doing now? I was like, he's dead.
Did you actually do that?
I did. I was just like fucking memeing around. It's like this fucking weeaboo. He has his little samurai sword. Fucking lame. I wonder what he's doing now. I was like, oh, he blew up.
Oh, you idiot.
Oof.
Okay.
That's a big cringe on MarsReviews.
Yeah, that's not smart. All right.
I didn't fucking know. I was like fucking 14.
That's no excuse.
I didn't know about the Challenger. I didn't know shit. I don't know shit about space.
You didn't know anything. You didn't know Jack.
I don't know that guy's name now, but
Mom, man, Big Bird and that one teacher who died.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing about this movie that was kind of a little bit disappointing. Like the lack of like any sort of like references. Like there's references still, but they kind of get fucking shoved off. Like they're only in the first part. You see Velma.
Yeah, they're really only in the first part because you see all the DC characters. You see stupid Jason Momoa's Aquaman. He's like, woo! Woo! He's like, oh, he's going on the plane. Green Lantern, Jonah Hill's back. Channing Tatum, Superman. You got Margot Robbie's fucking Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn's in there apparently. Yeah, I saw her.
That was like one of the coolest parts. I think they go to Unikitty's world or whatever, and then it's like you see all these characters. Like you see fucking Millhouse and like.
That was Cloud Cuckoo Land in the first one. Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Like there's no, I don't know. There's like a lot of characters. There's a lot of like. I don't know, like, a lot of people think, like, oh, we'll just shove it in references, you know, but, like, that's sort of charming. I like seeing the Lego versions of, like, these fucking,
One of the funnier parts of the film for the first one was just like, oh, when's the, like, what was, like, a spaceship's gonna come out of nowhere, and then the fucking Millennium Falcon pulls in, and it's like, oh, that was really good.
Yeah, there's, like, very little to next to none of that. I ain't really.
Mostly just DC, and they make a Marvel joke. Like, oh, Marvel's not picking up our calls because we're Warner Brothers.
That's funny. I like that one.
That's alright.
It's funny because it's true.
No, they have some jokes like Gandalf, and he's like yelling, and then they have like a forced Lincoln assassination joke.
Come on, man. Good. Lincoln assassination jokes are still Kino. Come on.
Oh, no. It's like, oh yeah, it's like one step away from going, oh, he should have quit while he was ahead. Oh, that was really good.
Those are fucking awesome. Come on.
Yeah, great.
Everyone loves a Lincoln joke.
Yeah.
They're like America's pastime, just saying like, remember when this guy that was used to the leader of the country got fucking owned?
Theater, yeah.
Whenever you walk into a movie theater, it goes like, oh, I hope I don't lose my head in this one.
Yeah, it's one step, it's one notch above the JFK jokes. It's always good.
Hey, he was the original JFK.
He was.
JFK, these fucking Zoomers, they don't remember the boomer assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln is for boomers, JFK is for Zoomers. Fucking idiot.
All right, let's talk about Emmet. It's like Emmet goes. He's trying to he's trying to rescue all his friends in his little crappy spaceship house, but he crashes into like a glass asteroid or whatever. But he gets saved by the
Chris
Chad.
Pratt.
Gets saved by the Chad Chris Pratt. Oh wait, Chris Pratt's already voicing Emmet. Like oh, he gets saved by the Chad
Oh.
Rex. Whatever his name is. He's like oh he's Emmet, but he's cooler. He saves like dinosaurs, and he's Chris Pratt. Because they make the Chris Pratt meme joke where he's like where he's in front of all the dinosaurs and he's doing this. Remember that meme? It was a pretty good meme.
Yeah, I remember like I was in a Walmart, you know, making purchases
Okay.
like a normal person. I'm walking the clothes aisle, you know, pass through the kids aisle of the clothes, and I see like a shirt of like the Lego Movie. And it's just like buddy cop or whatever shit. It's like Emmett and like what do they call him? Rex? Emmett and Rex. And I was thinking of like
It looks similar.
no, not that. I mean like that's something I did notice, but like the kid's gonna wear this and just be like, that's a fucking bad guy. Very conflicting feelings if I'm a 3-year-old. I don't think Lego Movie 2 should be making me think about this.
But yeah, the whole thing was Emmett had a complete regress of his character in the past 5 years, and Wildstyle's like, oh, you haven't like adapted to like be cooler and edgier like all of us, like fucking surfer dude or whatever, like chainsaw dude, and why can't you be like us? You just like you made like this big dream house, like the stupid looking yellow thing during like all this Mad Max stuff. This is gonna like cause trouble. It's like you gotta be tough, you gotta be mean, you gotta have like long diatribes, like edgy humor, but like edgy monologues. It's like, oh, I guess I can do that. And he talks about his little vision of Armageddon, and then he meets with Rex, and he's like, oh, he's exactly what Wildstyle would want to be of him. And they're like, oh, so he's voiced by Chris Pratt, clearly. He looks like Emmett, so I'm just gonna assume either it's like Fight Club, or it's like, oh, it's like a version of Emmett. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just kind of confused. It's either Fight Club or it's like, oh, it's just two of them, and then yeah, so
Fight Club has potential. That would work.
I was gonna say, why didn't they just make it Lego Fight Club? Like that probably would have been cooler than just like regular what they actually did. Because I thought what they did was kind of stupid. I didn't like what they did.
I'm
personally.
you from the future.
So Rex is teaching all like Emmett all the things of how to be a badass so he can impress Wildstyle. It's like to the point where it's like, oh, you're gonna fuck everything up. Because so Batman and the Queen, whatever I want to be, they're gonna get married, and Wildstyle's like, oh, I gotta stop this, and she meets up with Emmett and Rex, and they're gonna try and stop everything. But it turns out that when Wildstyle's fighting the Darth Vader girl, Sweet Mayhem, and she takes her mask off, it's like, oh no, you idiot! Oh,
You're a fucking animu girl. You're hot. Holy shit!
Yeah, right. Look at her.
I do not like that she looked like a fucking anime, like fucking Miku or whatever. That that's disgusting.
I like the way she looks. I'm fine with it. But
I don't like the way she looks at all. I don't like, you know.
You didn't.
Fuck it. I'm
I'm
gonna put my. I don't have a knife. I'm gonna put my fork in the sand of saying, the girl Legos.
Oh, the Friends ones. They look stupid.
They look like shit. I don't
They
like
do.
I don't like their skinny legs and their small fucking head that makes them like. And they're like stupid.
Oh, yeah,
I think they look kind of gross. It's like, these are real. These are official.
Check this out. Like,
Look,
they're
they're fucking gross.
Let me take the hair off. Look.
Ugh.
Stupid. Yeah.
Ugh.
I like this one in particular, but the rest of them can they can go eat themselves. I don't care. I don't really like the way they look, but this one I like this one because I also like the helmet and I like the hair. It's also like
Keep the helmet on, shit.
I like the hair. I like the hair and the face. I'm fine with that.
I do not like it at all.
The hair is iridescent. It's fine. It's cool. It's Brock Hampton. All right.
Oh, you learned a hip hop thing. That's cool.
I know, right? I know Amir. He's my favorite part of Brockhampton.
I am Brockhampton.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Wildstyle. She finds out like, oh, I guess we need to stop. Make sure the plan doesn't go through, so we don't cause the stupid Armageddon.
We've been had.
Exactly, and they find out that Rex is actually the bad guy. This toxic masculinity, it's infecting all of us, really.
Yeah. You want to know what's something that's also with this movie? And I don't know if anybody else felt this. Did you feel like the movie was really long?
It's like almost as kind of That's what I was feeling like the first part. Like I feel like even like the second reviewing of it is like, oh yeah, this is kind of dragging out. And it's like that's what I felt like. The first film had a fast pace to it, but also like it may had like little logical steps, and it was just joke after joke after joke that kind of worked. It's like, oh, but this one doesn't really have that, so it's just kind of dragging out with these jokes that you might not like as much as the first one. So it's just like, oh, it feels like it's just sort of just longer than it needs to be, even though it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, like, I have the attention span of a fucking peanut. So this is all. So I'm probably gonna comment on Link like a lot, even if it probably isn't even appropriate. But like, I was watching this movie, and like when they got to like the Batman's about to marry the Tiffany Haddish character, I was just like, I'm feeling this length. Oh, this is gonna be the end, and it wasn't. Obviously. And then it was like, Brex is the villain now, and that's like another like 30 to 35 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, because it's probably like the hour mark at that point or something.
Yeah, and I was like, holy fuck. Oh, I'm fully prepared to go. And then like they do this, like they make like a joke that like, oh shit, is shit's gonna end?
Oh yeah, so we'll talk about that now.
They have a joke about that, and it's like,
yeah. It's like, oh, I guess this is gonna be the end. All right, but so Emmet is like, oh, he's gonna fuck everything up because Rex is like, oh, he's infected him pretty much. He's like, oh, he's like influenced him and brainwashed him to be like him and edgy and dark. So he breaks. Yeah, so while Will Arnett, Batman, and the Queen are gonna have a wedding, he fucking stomps on the cake, the giant ass, cool looking cake. Actually, it's a nice looking build to it. Pretty tasty, like all those bricks. Yeah, but so he breaks the thing, and it's like, oh, it comes back to real life where you see the human looking kids, the actual live action kids. Their mom comes in, who is played by who's that actress?
Dawson.
That was not her whatsoever. That is.
I was thinking of someone. I was thinking of a name. God damn it, leave me alone.
Rosario Dawson? Are you serious?
That is Rosario Dawson.
That was not her. She was not African American.
She was kind of black. Who was that?
That's not her, but okay. All right,
am I wrong? Wait,
you are completely wrong in that. I know for a fact that's not Rosario Dawson. They are completely different people. That's not Luke Cage.
Lego Movie 2. What's her name?
What's her name?
Let's figure out. This is a bruh moment. Are we? Have we reached the bruh moment? How? Who was it? A name went into my head. Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, that's her. Not Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson was in the Lego Batman movie. That's who you're thinking of.
Oh.
She played Batwoman, who apparently fucked off, because they were like a weird sort of thing, like, oh, Bruce's Batman was interested in her, but apparently, I guess it didn't work out. Okay, so yeah, so Maya Rudolph, she shows up. She's the mom, and Will Ferrell's just a voiceover.
He's just a fucking voice because he probably did like 3 movies. And it's like, I'm not.
He was too busy doing Sherlock and Watson.
What was that movie that was like got 0%?
Holmes and Watson. He was too busy doing that instead of Lego Movie 2.
Priorities, man. You gotta get that back. Gotta get that money.
Hey man, Lego Movie 2 probably made even less money than that. Come on, man. No.
Think about it. If Will Ferrell wasn't in it.
Cash money. Oh yeah, Will Ferrell. Yes. So she shows up and she's like, "Oh kids, your brother, you fucked up her cake. You guys can't play together. You gotta put the Legos away." And Marcia's like, "Oh, that's what should happen to Clem." It's like, "Oh, you gotta put all the Legos away. You gotta put them in the storage bin because you guys can't work together. You guys can't play. You guys are stupid kids."
So yeah, I was pissed off at that moment. Like, that movie did that. That was the feeling they were going for. They fucking made it. It was like, you see the fucking shit that boy built up. That whole fucking town that he built, that his dad probably built up with him, is like, put the shit away. It's like, fuck you. This took like 3 days and like 4 packets of glue. I am not taking this shit down.
The point is that they don't have the glue. They don't have the Craggle anymore. That's the point.
I'm gonna bring back the Craggle. Or fuck. We would have been fighting.
All right.
That was fucking like seriously, like that whole kid had a whole garage full of like Lego sets built up, that feeling up to like up here, and mom's like, time to put it away. I mean, fuck.
It's not like put it like turning off a video game. It's just like, oh, I gotta fucking like reach and break the shit.
And then like, oh, then you start complaining like, why the fuck are there Legos all over the floor? Oh, I wonder why. Maybe because you made me tear them all down and put them in little storage bins.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stepping on Legos. That's my one character trait that's kind of in the movie because I'm not really in the movie. Why the fuck are they on the floor? Maybe because you made me take them down.
Yeah. Well, they were on the floor because he fucking broke the cake also.
He did break the cake.
He broke the cake. But yeah, no, so all the characters are gonna be in purgatory in their storage bin. And they're like, oh, I guess this is the dark end. I guess this is our Empire Strikes Back. It's like,
everything is awesome.
They say they have a sad rendition.
I appreciated that if it were to end just like that. It's like, fuck you, kids. I kind of, you know,
If they had done that, and the movie would have made it might have made a little bit more money. It's like, wait, it ends like that?
It probably would have if people would be like, whoa, the ending to Lego Movie 2 is fucking insane.
It's dark for a kids movie.
It's dark for a kids movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what facial expression I'm trying to convey. I don't know how to do that thing where like people raise their eyebrow like that, like they fucking cock their eyebrow like the Rock.
Doing Jason Momoa, the Rock, like.
Fuck, you can do that pretty good. How do you do that?
I don't know. Just raise your eyebrow, like. I don't know. You got a little bit. It's there.
You're a master at that.
Okay. All right, but yeah. So the movie's like, oh wait, we can't end it here. It's not the end. We gotta get out somehow.
There would have been a cool setup if it did end it like that. Like the third movie would just be like, Rex is terrorizing the thing. We must rise up. Like, what is the third movie gonna be?
He's building his own society.
Gamer society. But seriously, if you were to end it like that, that probably would have worked. Like the third movie would be a serious like movie about like we gotta stop Rex. He's evil. And Chris Pratt probably would have got 2 paychecks for voicing 2 characters. But you know, everybody wins except maybe a producer's wallet. But you know. But now it's like the third. Now there's like probably gonna be like a.
Wouldn't it be too much of a retread from this? Because the whole thing is like, oh, they're in apocalypse because the first movie got really fucked up by the little sister. And it's like, oh, the sister's building her own society, and our society is fucked up. And it's like, oh, now
run it back. Just run it back.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, so Emmet's like, oh shit, I did something bad. All my friends are gone.
I did not believe women.
Exactly. But yeah, him and Rex, yeah, they have their little scuffles. Like, oh, I'm you from the future.
Make them fight in your little.
Wait. Yeah, so I'm you from the future. It's like, wait, what? How are you me from the future? And it's like, he's like, oh, I stole Doc Brown's time machine. I took a piece from the TARDIS. I watched the movie The Matrix. It's like, what's The Matrix? Oh, it's a cool gamer movie. Like, okay, whatever.
Movie.
Yeah, they the two of them have little scuffles. They fight. They literally do this in the movie too, except he doesn't fall. But yeah, they're under a dryer. But yeah, so apparently it's like Rex was apparently Emmet from another timeline. Oh, his hair fell off. He was Emmet from another timeline. He crashed his ship into his house into the asteroid, and no one came to save him. He was stuck under a dryer for like years apparently, and he's like, oh shit, no one's coming for me. I guess I gotta be dark and edgy like Wildstyle told me. I better do it. And so he's like, oh, I better go back in time.
Him to the dryer now.
And so I can make myself the exact same and be badass and not have to deal with either one of them. And I was like, no, I don't want to be you. It's like, okay, so all the characters help out. Wildstyle was able to help out Emmet because the little boy opens the drawer. It's like, oh shit, the heart, because the whole thing at the beginning of the movie was like, the little boy made a heart for the sister, and the sister just took it and just fucking destroyed his town, which they don't really bring up. That's kind of like, oh, it's like, oh, the heart. She kept the heart. It's like, wait, but she still destroyed all my shit.
Oh, you fucking bitch! I gave you all that. They want me to give you another one?
Yeah. So yeah, so Yeah, the brother gets that, but he's able to understand. It's like, oh, I better, you know what? My sister's just like me, except she's a girl. So let's work together and let's work together and build our own Legos. And so the characters have their little fight, and Wild Style saves Emmet. And so with the little brother and sister working together, the Rex completely fades from existence because he gets back to the future and oh, he saves Wild Style saves the day. She saves Emmet when Emmet went to save her.
The end.
It is the end, and then you have the little joke where it's like everything is awesome. You got the cool looking city where yeah, the little brother and sister work together to make it. It's not apocalypse build anymore. It's not a generic city. Now it's like, oh, they work together, and that is the end. And you have the little joke where like Wild Style hates everything is awesome, and it turns out like, oh, she made it, and then you get a little gasp. There you go.
You made the song. It's like, yeah, she made the song. It was.
She made the song. We called that.
Yeah.
I did like, oh, okay, you hate that song. Like, okay, you had a part in it. You like, oh, you liked the song originally or something.
The way how she was like sheepish is like, no, I hate this song. It goes like, you probably.
And then she dyed her hair with a permanent marker, and like they just wash it off of her, and she just has shitty looking blue hair. Just look kind of worse for her.
Is she gonna look like that for the rest of the movies if they do
I
continue?
guess, if they ever make another one, I guess so. So yeah, that was Lego Movie 2. All right.
It was. It's a good movie. It's still a good movie. It's still enjoyable. It is just kind of disappointing because the first one had a wave. It had an energy that was like, oh, this is cool, and this one's just kind of like when Lego Movie dropped, it was like, this is a top, like throughout this year, this is top 3 definitively. This one is like, I don't even know if this will be like one of the best animated movies of the year so far, like going forward. Well, Toy Story 4, you know, gonna raise that bar for everyone. But like, I don't know, as the year goes by, well, I don't think this will be like a top 3 kind of situation for me.
I think the movie looks beautiful, but yeah, I really did feel like it was lacking a lot from what the first one was and what it did. And yeah, it just felt like sequelitis to me. I wasn't really digging how the pacing was. You know, it was fast paced, but the first one had like a progression towards that, and it kind of brought you into its little world where it's like, oh, they show you like all those stupid little realms, like Middle Zealand and all the little places, like the Star Wars land and whatever. It's like, oh, you had that, but you know, you don't really have that in this. You just have like the apocalypse build, and that wasn't really too interesting to me that much. And then you had the Sistar system, which looked okay, and then I don't know, it's just a lot of it was just sort of disappointing to me.
Yeah, you know, also want to say, while I did find this movie kind of like, okay, I wish it was a little bit better, I would much prefer seeing more of these than like a lot of other animated movies. So I hope that they get a third one, but just to like, you know, have a redemption arc.
A Red Dead Redemption, if you will.
A Red Dead Redemption, because like the past couple, like, well, Lego Batman's alright.
Lego Batman was alright, and no one saw Lego Ninjago.
You know, you kind of had 2 shitty movies. Maybe you can round it out with this next one.
Maybe.
I hope
I don't
so.
know.
You know what's really making me think? What I'm really thinking right now, that is just like really interesting. All right, so Lego Movie 2 underperformed pretty heavily so far. We don't know everything.
It's definitely not gonna make as much as its first one.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's struggling to make money now. I'm thinking, oh fuck, the Playmobil movie is fucking shitting itself right now.
Oh yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see that, Mars.
Those pants are fucking filled. It was like, oh fuck, Lego went down. There ain't no hope for us. We're pushing this back.
I mean, they're not gonna push it back.
Push it back to a point to where like we will not get destroyed as much. We need to save.
I guess so. I don't know. I think, and I don't know how the Playmobil movie is gonna do, but I guess we have to see it and see what the fuck it is going to be, because I didn't really watch too much of that trailer. It just kind of looks stupid.
You just say that because it's Playmobil.
I don't have a distaste for Playmobil. I just don't care. I have like 1 or 2 Playmobil figures. I don't really get what it's supposed to be.
Dude.
It's not like Lego where you just build blocks. It's like weird existing pieces that are like, you can build the Ghostbusters car in like 2 seconds.
Dude, did you see the protagonist of the Playmobil movie?
where she's the thumbnail where she's just holding her hand out. Yeah, you find her that. Yeah, I know you find that very attractive, more just like I find fucking Sweet Mayhem. Yeah,
I did not say that at all.
she did.
I did not.
She did. All right. Okay, so yeah, that was like a movie too. I would definitely put this under the first one.
This is
And,
well, how many Lego movies are there? There's like 4.
There's 4 at this point.
This is 3, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Apparently, there's supposed to be a slight. There's like more planned. That was what Porch was telling me, but yeah, this one really is underperforming. So we'll have to see how this one turns out. It's going to be like a solo where they just cancel the subsequent movies. It's like, oh man, that's.
Sorry, kids. Time to put the Legos away.
You got to put the Legos away, just like the kid did. You got to listen to Maya Rudolph on this one. She's the box office. She what would she say goes. But yeah, I would give this like a 3. Like, I'm even leaning towards like a 2 personally, because I didn't really like it too much. But that's just my personal thing. So I'll give it a really light 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm giving this 6.
You're giving it a 6 out of 10. That's you're good.
I'm giving it a 6.5. I have a little pinky up a little bit.
You're one of those guys. All right. Okay.
I'm giving it a 6.7. I just absolutely want to say, I love when like I hate numbers, but I love it when people put like put decimal points. Like,
that's so stupid.
This game
is a 4.9.
This game right here, Devil May Cry HD collection. I'm feeling a light 8.3. I'm giving it 8.3.5. 2 decimal points.
Like, when you think of like, okay, IGN probably has like some stupid aggregator of like how they try and like number that. There probably is like a weird sort of system where they can do that. Apparently, like another thing like that. But when you're just some like guy who's like, oh, hey, I'm reviewing Parappa the Rapper for PS2. Looking back, it doesn't really hold my attention. I'm probably gonna give this like a 3.6.
There used to be a guy within like anime, I forget his name, but like I remember that he used to just like he used to do the decimal point thing, and like I would never understood what was why their scores, and he got rid of them in like recent times because people would just skip through his videos and people just see like, what did he give it, what kind of score did he give, and it's just like, I give Sword Art Online a 5.7 out of 10.
It's like with death battles. Like, oh, you want to find out who won the death battle, so you just skip to the end and see who like the winner was. It's like, oh, I don't have to watch it now.
Yeah, that kind of shit is like, maybe if like we lived in like the time where like views are just like, oh, this is how you make your money, but if like I need people to watch the videos for monetization purposes, is like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these. Whenever I use like a score system, it's usually like a telltale sign of I'm running out of shit to say. It's like, how do I sum up what I'm saying in a way that people would say it? So I'll just be like, this is a 6. This is like a 6 out of 10. At the end of that Oblong's video, it was like, I don't know what else to say. This gets the point across.
Let's get the point across. It's the point of numbered reviews, but it's like, oh, if that's what you, especially for you, it's like, oh, you're more of like a talkative sort of, dialogue-based guy. You have to, say what you want to say, and in like a 10-minute video, you end it with like, oh, you know what? It's like a 6. Like, all right, it's
gotta get that in somehow.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, we can see your dad.
Oh, okay. It's nice.
Poke him.
No. All right, Mars, you and me. Let's get to the questions. Let's do some live action questions and talk about this. Let's see what.
Now you can see my disgust in these questions.
Let's see. Someone already. It's an Amber. Okay, let me just do the little thing. All right. So questions. All right. If you want to ask us a question, be sure to join the Half and Half Discord page and ask us stuff and questions and suggestions. We'll usually, at the entire chat, we'll make sure to notify everyone when we're gonna ask people for questions. And yeah, we'll probably do it like an hour or two beforehand. This one was like a little bit later, so people got to ask a little bit more questions. That's cool. Yeah, so you can just click on the video description. Our Discord link will be there. All right, cool. Let's see.
What a fucking cool
one
drawing of like my
person-
fucking stupid hat, my stupid
Yeah.
hat character. I'll wear this for every podcast now.
Abner.
Abner.
Malati.
That's like the fucking what's his name? That's like I think that's the pig's name in like fucking like, Hey Arnold. Abner.
Abner Malati. He already asked. We already answered this question, but like, did he play with Legos? We talked about that.
No, I bully people that play with Legos. That's why I bully you.
All right. Well, let's talk about this one. Artist Kira. All right. What was your most anticipated movie of this year and your least as well?
My most anticipated this month, Alita, because I want to see that shit, because it's just like this movie's been in development for so long, and it's like fucking it's by James Cameron, and it's gonna be a fucking giant bomb. It's gonna be a giant fart.
Is that really by James Cameron?
I think he like produced. I think he just produced it, and he like kind of like it's one of those producer roles where I think that he has a lot of fucking say, so it might as well be.
All right, yeah.
I kind of want to really see Godzilla. I want to see if they actually improve that shit really dramatically, so it's like really enjoyable.
I don't mind trying to watch that again. I'm sure it's gonna be better than the sequel, and I hope it's better than Kong Skull Island, which is a very mediocre movie.
Avatar 2.
Is that coming out this year?
I don't know when that comes out, but I remember like it was like the end of the 2010s. It was like there will be Avatar 2,
Avatar 3, Avatar 4, Avatar 5, Avatar 6.
I know what I want to say. High conspiracy theory here. Game theory here. Those movies don't exist. They just said they did. So people, when they do like run out of ideas, they'll just release them. They'll just make it.
Damn.
I don't believe that they exist. It does not. I'm gonna put my foot down. Person that never made a movie. It does not take this fucking long. It does not take a whole decade to form Avatar 2. Why are you making 3? Why are you making 4?
Well, I mean, it's like Half-Life Episode 3. It's just like, oh, it took a decade, and there's just nothing. And now we found out, like, oh, they literally weren't even working on it, and were just lying to us.
Yeah. What else comes out this year? I'm looking it up. I want to see that movie. I think it's called Us by Jordan Peele. I want to see if Jordan Peele. See, the one thing with Get Out was that Jordan Peele made a good movie, but I want to see if he can continue that streak.
Is it gonna be that, or is it gonna be a Keanu?
Because like people say, Jordan Peele's a good director. People are putting him in great, and it's like I feel like there's a little bit of exaggeratory. I feel like a great director is not one that can make a good movie. They can make multiple good movies. Yeah,
because Martin Scorsese, he made Goodfellas, but he also made some good stuff before that.
Yeah. He made some shit after it. Casino's really good.
After it, well.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see his see if he grows from that and what he goes.
I'm looking forward to trying that movie out because I don't typically like horror movies, but I like to get out.
I want to see the Joker movie because I think fucking Martin Scorsese is a part of writing or producing that one.
He might be producing because he produced the movie The Snowman. Do you see that shit?
I saw his name on that. That was fucking funny. And
it's so bad. He's so terrible.
Spider-Man. We like Spider-Man.
Far From Home and Endgame, and I guess I'll try and see we got to see Captain Marvel because I need to see every Marvel movie.
I don't really care about that one to be personally. That's in one of my least anticipated.
That's understandable.
Pokemon. I want to see Pokemon. There's a lot.
Pokemon. Yeah, that's another one. I want to see Detective Pikachu.
I don't think it'll be good at all, but it's interesting. I think it'll be very mediocre, to be honest.
Yeah, the trailer has me invested. I don't know what the movie's gonna be, but I think I might be vaguely interested. If the movie's mediocre, whatever. At least Pokemon.
There's a. I'm looking at my phone right now. What was the movie that I just passed? John Wick. There's a John. I think this one might be bad, to be honest.
John Wick 3. Yeah. Did you not like 2?
2 was alright. 2 was okay. It was okay, but like maybe it might be like one of those where it's just like the third movie is just like this is bad. Maybe that one might be bad, but it might be. It'll probably still be fun at the very least.
It's the final chapter. You got to see how John Wick ends. You got to see if that dog lives again.
Gemini Man, what the fuck?
What is Gemini Man?
I don't know about that. Sonic. Sonic is one of my top tier ones I want to see. This is what 2019 is. This is the most interesting year for movies, probably for me, because there's a bunch of shit that's being done that is new, questionable, like franchises that are being birthed, like Pokemon and Sonic, like basically video games are they're fucking going all in on video games this year. So I want to see that, and I want to see if they fucking, like, one, if they do well and we just get more, or B, they fucking suck and they put them back 5 more years, but they're hilarious watches for me. I think for me, actually, there's an Addams Family anime movie that's gonna probably come out. That looks pretty nice. But
what?
An Addams Family movie.
This was called an Adam Sandler movie?
An Adam Sandler movie?
What?
No, Addams Family.
Oh, I thought you said Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah,
okay.
Adam Sandler. I mean, like, yeah, he's pretty. I'm interested in that one as well. But
Addams Family. I'm interested, I guess. Yeah.
I think the movie that I want to see, that I at least want to see, is Aladdin. The fucking Aladdin and Lion King.
Someone asked about that. They asked a couple questions.
Who asked that?
Rocky Maki. Yeah, he's asked stuff. Okay, I guess we'll get to that. We'll talk about our thoughts on Aladdin. All right, yeah. So okay, but I don't know if do we want to answer this one because Artist Kira asked too. What was the biggest disappointment in your life?
Disappointment in my life? Oh, I had a disappointment yesterday.
Oh, your check?
I mean, it's not my biggest disappointment in my life. What is a disappointment?
That's a loaded question, yeah.
Yeah, I had to think about that one. Disappointment? I think it was like one year I didn't make the basketball team, and that's it. That was one of my disappointments, and then I just realized, like, I don't really want to play Well, it's not I didn't want to, but it was just like, I don't really want to play that much. I'm just kind of want to figure out what I want to do, and then I returned to it, and I played tonight. I blew up my knee, but I had fun. It was, that was probably my biggest disappointment, if we're being honest, because it was just like a bunch of fucking endurance shit, and it was just like, I'm a tall guy, sort of scrawny looking, but I fucking have the endurance of a fucking, like, nothing. I can't run for shit, especially for long times. And what they were doing, they were smoking the shit out of people. And it was very unfair with that one, where it's like they already selected who they're gonna pick, so they're just making a bunch of kids run for no reason.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was like it felt like we were on the fucking track team. And it was like, and then I get word from like the guys that were selected. They're like, hey, what do you think about like these cuts? And I was like, oh, he already picked the teams. He just didn't tell you. It's like, you might as well just drop out. He wasn't being a dick about it. He was just being completely honest. Like, yeah, the coach is kind of a fucking scumbag. I'm sorry. That was my biggest disappointment.
I don't really have too many. I don't know. It's not like the biggest disappointment ever, but like when I was at the film festival for the first film, like the first real one was The Applicant. You can watch that on my YouTube channel. But we were nominated for that. We won some awards too. I was really happy with that. But it was like we could have gotten 5th place. And because the top 5 would go to like Philadelphia and like have their film shown at like the other event, and that would be really cool. Mm-hmm. We got 6th. We got 6th place. And it's like I didn't really think that the one that got 5th place was that good. And like I guess you can't really compare because mine was a comedy, but like I didn't think theirs was that good. It was like something about like it was like a time travel thing, but a girl went back to like the 1960s. It wasn't good. It was like a student film, and it wasn't like that good though. Oh well, that's the only thing I can really think of.
A disappointment. I was very disappointed when I was in school with with the anime club there, because of I was like a fucking elitist over there. I was just like, what are you guys into? And I was like, they were
let's watch Hunter X. No, let's watch
that one. That one's lit. That one's cool.
No, I meant let's watch High School of the Dead, guys.
I'll be down to watch that one. It's just that they were just watching trash. They were just like,
or they're watching Mars.
They were watching Akame ga Kill and this other show called Black Bullet, where it goes like, there's a bunch of super powered lolis, and it's like we got to fight with them, and it's like, all right. I remember I watched that to completion, and it was like, this is fucking stupid. This show sucked. That was like one of the shows that like I looked at when looking back, and it goes like, There's a lot of useless shit that I watched back when I was younger, and it's like I wish I never had this memory in my mind. I wish I filled that memory with something I enjoyed.
I never watched too much anime, but I did watch a decent amount. But I did actually. I also joined an anime club my freshman year of high school. I joined it, and it was like, oh, we watched Spirited Away, because like, oh, that's a good beginner anime. It's not like one where people die. It's cool. It's good. It's like, okay, that's a pretty good one to start with. I've already seen fucking Spirited Away, but it's a good movie. I want to watch it, so I watched it.
Whisper of the Heart. It's cool.
I'll probably watch that. We need to watch more Miyazaki films. But
that's the one thing. That's like one of the only ones that's one of the rare ones that they didn't direct it. That's why it's sort of interesting.
Well, it's like a Studio Ghibli at least. Okay. But so we had like a big list, like, okay, what are we gonna watch first? We're gonna try and watch Sword Art Online or whatever. It was like a bunch of anime. It was like a big list of anime. We're never gonna watch all of them because it's like a shit ton.
Sword Art Online. They loved the shit out of that one.
It was either Sword Art Online. It was like we put everything down, like fucking, I don't know why they put a Hellsing or they put like every anime. They put every no, it's good. It's like they put every anime down that they could. So the first thing that we watched was like a movie. It was The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. And that's a good one. That's a really good one. I like that movie.
That's a good one. That's a Mamoru Hosoda movie.
Yeah, we were watching it, but when we were watching it, there was like, I guess, an advisor to make sure, like, oh, we weren't watching like hentai or something. We were watching like anything we weren't supposed to be. It's like, okay, she was there, and it gets to the part where like the girl she's like going out of control because she's like running down the street.
She gets hit by a train.
Does she actually get hit by a train? Does she? Okay. She gets hit by the train, and she goes through time, so she doesn't die. And the teacher didn't understand that because she's an idiot, and she's like, "Oh, we can't watch this because it has murder. She died. We can't watch this. We can't watch anime. Anime club's over."
Wow. I remember there was a really funny one. It was a very funny but true but honest emotional moment within the anime club that was kind of fucking funny but was really beautiful. Of like, they were just like, one of the teachers, like, he got to pick the movie. He goes like, kids, I got a movie for you. He puts on the fucking Transformers movie and like Optimus Prime dying, and everyone's watching it and they're enjoying it well, but the teacher in the background is fucking bawling his eyes out.
Oh, that's the 80s one?
Yeah, the 80s one where Optimus Prime dies, and I'm just like, I'm laughing, but it's like, dang, I wish I had emotions like, I need to have emotions like that in the media that I consume.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I constantly hear that from like, older gentlemen. They're like, oh man, Optimus Prime dying, that was like the toughest shit for me when I was like a kid. Like, oh,
that's the only like awesome moment in that fucking anime.
No, I think the awesomest moment in that movie was just like fucking Orson Welles voicing like a giant transformer, and it's like the last role he did, because he's like, oh, I'm just voicing like a stupid film of like toys fighting other toys, and he didn't give a shit because he just wanted a paycheck because he's doing like wine commercials and shit.
Yeah. If we're talking about recent disappointments, I went to fucking this one store on the military base. I fucking like put these shoes on layaway, and I was like, oh sweet, I got a cool deal on these Jordans. They're green. Because like one thing I want to do is like, I don't want to just buy black, white, red shoes. I was like, oh, I want a little bit of other colors. Add a little bit more, to my wardrobe. Add some more color to it, because I just wear black shirts all the time. I like this one because it has some color on it, but I want
my shirt. That's what
I want, like green. I like green as a color. I like orange. I'm trying to get orange shit. And well, these shoes are green, and I was like, I put them on layaway. I put $15 down to put them in storage so I can go get them later when I have the money. Like maybe like 3 days later, I got the money. Can I have the shoes? They give me the shoes. It has the receipt on the box that says these are mine. And I open the box, and the fucking shoes are like silver shit that look like garbage. It's like, what the fuck is this? And the lady's like, I don't know. And long story short, it's just like, I'm just sitting there for an hour, like, what the fuck happened to my shoes? And nothing. It goes like, can I have my money back? And the guy is kind of like looking up to me, is like, yo man, we ain't got your shoes, man, but we got these 6s. We got these Jordan 6s over here. man, I get you the hookup. And it's like, those cost like $100 more than what I was trying to spend. What the fuck are you trying to do? What kind of shit is this? Like, imagine, like, you know, you go to a restaurant and someone fucks up your order, and then the manager comes out and goes like, yo, man, this lobster tail, I got you the hookup, and it's like, that's $50 more. Why am I spending more money on shit that I don't want?
You go to a car dealership who's like, you know, sir, we don't have your Honda. We got this Lamborghini over here. You know, you can buy
he's
this.
like fucking trying to upsell me or some shit. It's like, why are you trying to sell me, make me spend more money when I'm angry? So they gave me my $15 back. I never got my shoes, and I was like really annoyed.
Ah, sucks. Oh well. The funny thing, like that anime thing I told you about, the anime club, that was like the third or second day we were doing that. It's like they just shut it down because the teachers thought like, oh, she died, so we got to stop the movie.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I wish that my anime club, pretty much all anime clubs, not all maybe, but majority of them are kind of full of normie fucks, and it's like sometimes that's cool. Like, you know, I can, you know, I'd say normie, but like I like the My Hero Academia crowd sometimes. I like the fucking JoJo guys. I like I wouldn't say they're normies, but I like, you know, Hunter x Hunter, like shonen people. It's like, these guys are cool. They like have some good taste. Like some of them have good taste, but like when I say normie anime fans, and like the ones I hate are like the ones where they just kind of go like, Kami Ga Kill is fucking epic. It's like, no, this show's fucking sucks.
No, dude, it's awesome.
It's just people with trash taste that I just had a problem with. It's like,
it has girls. No, I don't know.
The only reason I kind of joined is because there was a friend I had in there, and I was like, oh, let's join it. It's like, okay, because I thought I'd be bullied, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be bullied when you're like a foot taller than people. I've learned that.
I don't know. I don't know. All right, that's all right. Okay, let's answer another question from our good friend Tim the Wizard. Would you rather like to see Phil Lord and Chris Miller's version of Solo, or would you rather have seen their version of The Flash? I'd rather see their version of The Flash. I don't want to see what that is.
Yeah, I want to see The Flash. I just kind of was like, it sounds more interesting. I like Flash more than like Star Wars stuff. So
yeah, I want to see like an actual good DC movie. So that might be something, even though I don't really like every single thing that they've touched. I like the 21 Jump Street movies are okay. I don't love them.
I think there's a little bit more free reign if they did that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Star Wars, they kind of got tied down. It's kind of like a James Gunn thing where it's like, oh, you got kicked out by Disney? DC, we'll take you. You can do Suicide Squad too. And apparently he's doing it. I'm kind of wary about that because I don't give a shit about Suicide Squad. But we'll watch. I guess I'll have to see it and see what it is because James Gunn, I guess. Even though I was like, oh, I don't really like everything he's touched either.
He's gonna make that one movie. That's not my anticipated movies list. That Superman movie.
Oh yeah, I don't get it. I'll hear things, but I don't know. I might see that. All right, whatever. See, we did the Thought Guru. He asked what we thought of the Queen, whatever I want to be, whatever. And we said she was a good character. I liked her.
She's one of the standout characters in that movie.
She is. She's a good. Thank you, Mr. Thought Guru. And CJ Draw Stuffs, they ask question: with the success of the new DBZ Broly movie, which villain or otherwise in previous DBZ films, video games, or GT would you guys like to be canon in the DBZ lore, or just DB lore? I don't know, jack shit. So Mars, this is you.
Fuck. I would want to see fucking some Dragon Ball characters, make get him integrated, General Talon, and some older ones. It's kind of difficult to reintegrate some of them. I would want them to redo and make better, like maybe you could do cooler again, but not make him shit and boring. Like, I think that would have been cool, like Frieza's older brothers, like you know, that's not bad. He had a cool design in the movies. Maybe redo him. I don't know if that answers the question. I'm trying to think of like fucking movie, like which villain otherwise. Maybe you could do some, you know, maybe you could do Baby Vegeta better. I don't think they'll touch it, but maybe you just do. You just play it your fucking Legos.
I don't have anything to say about Dragon Ball. So you.
Baby Vegeta was interesting. I remember this shit being pretty interesting. So those are my answers: Cooler and Baby Vegeta.
Yeah. That's right. Okay.
I'm kind of mentally stumped on like, oh fuck, DBZ villains that won't get their ass blown out.
Mars, talk about what you thought of Broly, because you're not. Yeah.
Broly?
Yeah. What'd you think of Broly? Because the audience doesn't know.
I thought I did already.
Did you? No, you didn't. You didn't talk about that in the last one.
I'm sure I did.
By the time we did that, it was like almost. It didn't come out yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that
I could talk about that. Yeah. Fuck.
Wait, I did or didn't?
I said I saw that.
Oh.
You
Yeah. I gave him. Okay, so this is funny. Oh, I'm not gonna give you guys the link. You guys have to find it for yourself.
Is it? I'm assuming.
I was just like on like the TV board, and I was just like, they're just like, it's here, and it's just like a fucking like a whole like the whole like DBZ Super Broly movie uploaded in HD with the English dub on YouTube, and it's like, how long has this been up? It's been up for like 2 days and has like hundreds of thousands of views. And I was just like, how the fuck is Funimation this incompetent to not take this down? So I downloaded it and just sent it to my friends. Actually, no, I never did that.
You did not? No.
I did not do that. Someone else did that. I just linked a YouTube video, my man.
You did do that, yeah. And I watched it. I liked it, even though I didn't really know what was going on. It was like, I don't know Dragon Ball, but I like this. I know it's like, oh, it's Superman, because Mars is complaining that it's Superman now.
I just don't like that about Goku's character. This is kind of like Superman now. It's just kind of like, I like that Goku just stumbled into being a hero. It was never a kind of a thing that I felt was kind of destined to do.
It wouldn't be bad if it was like Superman.
I just don't like the visual like parallels between Superman and Goku. Is like, I get that they're sort of like inspired by him a little bit, but it's like, I just think like the pressing up on the glass and the parents like, go, my son, is like, that's fucking sucks.
Yeah, so this the whole thing is like, Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man have the most played out backstory at this point, where it's just like, oh, Dragon Ball is just, oh, it's just Superman.
I also just felt like that sort of thing is like, it's not really that necessary at all. The only thing that's really necessary is that you rewrite Broly in a way. Rewrite Broly. Like, you don't have to fuck with Goku. He's very much like not even that emotionally. No one's emotionally involved in the movie except for like his dad. No one gives a shit about like what happened. No one gives a shit that Broly was wrong. That's one of my other problems. Is like his dad is so hell bent on like, Vegeta, we're gonna get revenge on you, and Vegeta's like, I don't fucking care. Who the fuck are you? I'm gonna beat your ass. And it's like, asshole. It's like, no one cares. There's no emotion like put into these fights really. It's just kind of like, it's just kind of eye candy, and for that, it's entertaining. Broly's rewritten in a way to where he's like, he's fine. He's pretty cool. He's no longer just this edgy fucking AMV piece of shit. It's fine. It's a fine movie. It's enjoyable. It's not the best Dragon Ball movie, if that's what you're asking, but it was an enjoyable watch. I didn't feel pissed off driving to the theater. It's solid.
Dude, it's like the Civil War of DBZ, dude. They fought.
Yeah. There's some stuff in there that was changes I liked. I liked some of the changes to Planet Vegeta. I didn't really care for they made the manga version of like Frieza's first form to where he's pink now. I didn't really particularly care for it, but it's very arbitrary sort of complaint. I like the visual style that they used for it. I hope that it carries on into the anime.
I like the CGI. They should keep that.
The CGI is used very sparingly, but when it kicks in, it's fucking shit.
I want to know. They should keep doing that.
There's like, it's the funniest shit is they fight and they go into a parallel universe and they're like turned into CGI, and I think Goku or Gogeta, I think at that point, were just like making a comment, and Bill's like, what the hell? They're like looking around. The voice actor of Broly is kind of fucking weird now. He's kind of in the news.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of in the news. It's getting recast, so like if Broly's gonna bring brought into like the fold of like the new DBZ movies, and just sound different. So that's weird. That's gonna be weird. I was kind of disappointed that like none of the other characters were in it. I thought that they would be like Gohan, Maybe Piccolo. Like Piccolo's like the weirdest feature. It's so fucking funny with his character. Like Goku is Goku and Vegeta are just fighting Broly, and like they're just tearing shit up in like the fucking like northern fucking hemisphere or something. They're fucking up like the whole like North Pole and like probably causing global warming. I don't know. And Piccolo's like, Goku, what are you doing? It sounds pretty bad. He goes like, oh, we're just getting our ass beat by Broly. Oh, that sounds pretty bad. You want to come over here? It's like, sure. You should do the fusion over here. And they do. And they piss about for like an hour and a half trying to do the fusion because Vegeta's like, touching fingers? Doing a dance? That's gay. Basically, that's what it was.
Yeah, you gotta do the fusion dance.
Yeah, it was like Piccolo's just like kind of involvement, just kind of like, man, I wish you actually did something else. But I did think it was funny that like they transport away from the main fight with Broly, and then like Frieza just is like there, and Broly just sees Frieza and starts beating his ass in for like what is like probably like an hour, like more than an hour.
Yeah, it did feel. Yeah, it's like the fight lasted a long time.
Yeah, it was good. It was funny. There was some good action in it. There wasn't really anything like interesting story-wise to me. They integrated some new characters, like the one that everyone wants to fuck. She's cool. I don't want to fuck her, but she's cool. Her little fucking friend is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beerus didn't do shit, which was kind of lame.
That was the dad, wasn't he?
No, Beerus is like the cat.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's what you are.
Yeah, I'm Beerus. Well, he's a god of this. He's a god of destruction. I'm a god in general. Yeah, it was. I give it a 7 out of 10.
It was a DBZ movie. I watched it. All right. Okay.
Someone asked us about the Super Bowl. That was the biggest disappointment. We never put that on there.
We didn't.
That was awesome though. I loved it.
You care about the Super Bowl?
I did care because it was funny. It was funny just being on Twitter, just being a fucking asshole about it. It was really that funny. It was just like, it was so epic. Of like everyone's like they're gonna bring back Sweet Victory. This is for you, Steven Hillenberg. And then like sicko mode plays. It was just like you just saw like a bunch of people just have a meltdown, and I'm just sitting there like I didn't even think they were gonna do it in the first place,
and they didn't.
So I'm just gonna meme, and then I did. No one really was really that mad. I think no one was really that mad. I was kind of like thinking that I would just get like a bigger like annoyed response, like "fuck you, why don't you care?" Well, and no one really did it, but it was funny to meme.
It was funny. It's just like now it's sicko mode's playing.
Yeah. Seriously, like, there's these people that are, like, mad that, like, they didn't play fucking Sweet Victory. Is like, bro, I'm more mad that they're playing Maroon 5.
That's pretty, yeah.
That's a bigger thing. Like, they have a bigger presence than Sweet Victory.
Either they're just gonna play the song in the middle of the Super Bowl.
You know what takes bigger precedent? The game fucking sucked. It was boring. It was the lowest scoring game in NFL history in the Super Bowl. It sucked. Everything about that one sucked. The commercials sucked. The halftime performance sucked. The game sucked.
I didn't see any of them. Like, none of them are apparently that good to even show, because I've seen like none of them.
There's like one. There's only one that's interesting because it's just old footage. It's just Andy Warhol eating a Whopper Jr. It's just that. It's like all the other ones sucked. It was like Chance the Rapper and the Backstreet Boys. What a mashup that everyone was clamoring for.
It was like the mashup of Ja Rule and Blink-186. It would have been great.
It's just, I talked this about Porch now. I hate how commercials are now.
The commercials are terrible.
No, like modern day, everyone will say this, and you know, you can hold this opinion. People hate commercials.
Yeah.
They generally do suck. But there's something fascinating about 80s, 90s, and early 2000s commercials that like you just don't get. Maybe it's just nostalgia, but I can see it like through them. Like there's a little bit more like in the 80s and 90s with some food commercials, there's just so much more honesty I feel in them, to where like they'll sing you a song, like the main like structure of like some of these commercials were just like, bring the family along, a meal
Eat
for
man-
5, eat mayonnaise with chicken nuggets for $1.99 for all, and then they'll sing a song by McDonald's, like McDonald's, everybody eats. It's like there's something appealing about those commercials now, being born in like the late 90s, and then like living throughout now. Like all commercials are just like light sarcasm and shitty cringe like humor, like a humor of this time, and it piss boring.
It started with like, I think what, I don't know if it was like the aggregator for it, but it's like you kind of felt that way with like those cigarette ads, like the truth ads, with like, oh, they brought Nigahiga in, oh, they're like making like funny meme unicorn jokes.
Those are the worst ones.
Those are terrible. And just like, you know, even like Wendy's like, oh dude, we got the memer, like eating a sandwich like a boss. It's like, oh, the meme bottom checks textures, like, oh.
Those ones are particularly terrible, but like they're not specifically the ones I'm targeting. The ones I'm targeting are like, you'll see like a car commercial, and it's like they walk into a dealership and they're talking to the dealer. I was like, I want a car that fits the whole family, and then it's like something, and then it's like the guy does something stupid and everyone's looking at him. They go like, he's dancing. You're like, yeah, and everyone's like looking at him like, dude, sorry. And then it cuts, and then just like talks about the information. It's really hard to explain this, but like, just commercials where I hit my mic. The commercials where it's just kind of like people are just kind of disgusted. They just suck. There's something about like something cool about the wildness of a 90s commercial. I mean, like you meant commercials,
early 2000s commercials. Like you constantly think of like those ones, like those stupid like ones like the Zoo Pal books, or like the
like Zoo Pal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But you think of like the Shirley Temple like collection that they would try and sell you on Cartoon Network or something stupid like that.
I don't know. I want to hear more people's. I want to think of something. Maybe there's like a thing like why commercials suck.
Like lots and lots of trains. Remember that?
Those are cool. I mean, like, if we're getting down to it, all pretty much advertisements are just fucking.
Oh no,
shitty.
it was just terrible.
They're just terrible. They're just trying to like work shit into your brain to buy stuff. But like,
there's a reason why everyone clicks the skip now button and has ad block on their computer, because they just don't want to deal with that.
But like, I'm just saying, the fucking brainwashing was better back in like the fucking 2009.
Remember like the terrible part of YouTube when you couldn't skip ads? Like that was terrible. You had to watch like a 30-second ad before you watched the video.
There's like certain ads where there's like 2 minutes long.
Oh yeah, remember like the funny ad? Like remember when Lego did like the thing where
I gotta fuck with that. I know these people, they're talking about like I gotta put in those mid rolls, and I was like, shit, I should make like, do these work? I'm gonna put in like 30 mid rolls in my videos now just to fuck with you guys.
Don't do that.
I got a video that I think is funny. I'm just gonna litter with fucking mid rolls just to piss people off.
Okay. Yeah. Oh well.
That's gonna be that should be like an April Fool's video. You upload a video and it's just like 30 mid rolls.
Like it's like a feature film or something.
Yeah, it's just like you like doing something mundane and you just fill it with like 50 mid-roll ads just so you can monetize the shit out of it. I don't know. I think that's kind of scummy, but I think it's funny at the same time.
You're gonna beat the system that way.
I'm gonna beat the system and meme.
All right. Okay, let's move on now. All right. Foil head. With Lego making Lego Batman and Lego Ninjago movies, what other brands would you like to see them branch off and make make?
Toy companies? They don't want toy companies to make movies?
I think he's talking about like Lego or just toy companies in general. You know, my first thought would be like
Funko movie.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to come out.
The Funkos.
The Funko movies, yeah, it's happening. You gotta get the Funkos. You gotta get the Ant-Man and Wasp Funko. Okay, but I don't know. My first thought would be like probably Lego Star Wars. It's like one of their biggest ones, obviously.
I have a cool one.
What?
This one's gonna be based G.I. Joe anime movie.
Anime movie, like a
Animated movie.
Retaliation. Sure, why not? I mean, I could see that coming back. I see, like, it'll probably be like a Netflix show or something. They'll probably bring it back like She-Ra or Carmen Sandiego. They'll just put it on Netflix or something. It'll be a streaming service thing. Most definitely, probably. Those make a lot of things, like Voltron.
Make the Leapfrog movie.
Make the Leapfrog movie. Make them. You know, just make movies on board games. Make the Mousetrap movie. Make the Spy vs. Spy movie that had like Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans in it.
Wait, what was the one that you were gonna say?
I was just gonna say like for Lego. I mean, like, my first thought would be like, oh, Lego Star Wars is like their most popular thing. Why didn't they make that? Oh, because they're owned by Warner Brothers. Like, oh, that's probably why.
I hope they make the Lego Star Wars, but they don't talk.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that was sort of like the low point. Not the low point. It was sort of the weird sort of echelon. Just like, oh, Legos talk now.
You know, it'd be like fucking cool if they made the fucking Nerf movie.
What would that be?
A little Nerf football won't really want it to be. Then you go on from there.
You gotta get the guns in there. You got to get the Nerf guns.
Okay, what if we had like some kid getting bullied?
Okay.
Sends an email out to all his friends. Don't come to school tomorrow.
Okay.
Nerf this, and then he brings a Nerf gun to school.
All right.
And shoots his teacher with Nerf guns.
Oh god! All right,
suspended.
let's move on from that.
He actually doesn't kill nobody. He just gets suspended.
Okay, it's Bart Simpson. Okay. All right. From sellout exclamation point question mark exclamation point. Question: what's the most overrated animated film you guys have seen?
Frozen.
Coco.
Coco was kind of bad. It was kind of eh. I think a lot of modern day Pixar movies, Incredibles was just bad.
I forget that was a Pixar movie. I forgot Coco was a Pixar movie. It doesn't remind me of one at all.
A lot of recent Pixar is like, I don't even know if I want to say Incredibles is overrated. I would say it's just kind of bad. And that Incredibles 2, by the way.
Disappointing. It was very disappointing. We talked about that in the last one. Yeah.
Bad.
And the last Pixar movie I remember really, really liking was Monsters University, and I thought that was pretty alright.
Overrated movie? I don't really. That's not overrated. I just don't really like it. I don't really like Despicable Me all that much.
Oh, I would say those movies are overrated. Fucking Despicable Me 3. All those movies are not good. Overrated. I didn't care for Inside Out.
I don't remember that one. Overrated. I don't know, because I don't know. I have to think overrated. I have to Frozen's just easy just to say.
Coco was easy to say.
I just thought Coco was just very boring and predictable.
Yeah, it was. It was really predictable.
I know fucking Mexicans in Mexico fucking love the shit out of that. I watched Coco there and back.
Yeah, because they have 2 movies that all need to be about the Day of the Dead, because that's the only thing.
They fucking love the shit out of Coco. Holy hell! I don't. I didn't really. I remember people put Up in top 5. It's not even my top 10 Pixar movies. This is just shitting on Pixar.
It peaks at the beginning, and it's like the rest of the movie's just okay. It's good, but it's not great.
What's a non-Disney one that I can think of though?
That's a good question.
Because there's a lot of overrated Disney movies that's just easy because they have a huge following, and if a movie's just kind of like a 6 out of 10 by virtue, kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of have the monopoly on that sort of thing. Where it's every movie, a majority of their animated movies that come out are Disney owned at least.
What's a DreamWorks overrated movie? That's a real interesting one, because they made a lot of shit. They made enough shit to where it's I can't even say it's. I don't even know overrated. I would probably just say it's bad. I'm trying, people. Not Trolls. I would just say Trolls is bad. Yeah. What the fuck is this? I'm looking at Pixar movie. I found this one movie called Abominable.
Isn't that the one that's coming out or something?
Oh, it's about the abominable monster.
I was gonna say, I thought that was like, cause there's that and there's Ugly Dolls, and like, aren't they the same thing? Apparently not.
Weird. That's weird. Shit. What do they have that's like overrated?
Nothing. Because
Yeah, I don't know how to answer this one. Overrated.
Yeah.
Overrated animated movies. Sorry. Pixar movies. There you go.
every no.
Every Pixar movie in existence.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, guy.
Alright, it's fine. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, Rocky Maki. You see, he asked, since it's Black History Month, what are some of your favorite Black movies? I doubt Glem has any. Okay. All right.
Do the right thing. It's a really good.
Do the right thing.
That movie has aged really well. I was listening to a podcast about it, and it's like it kind of tackles a lot of issues that still happen today. Like I forgot about the movie till I thought about it earlier. That there's like, oh yeah, there's a big part of there's like a portion of the movie where it just starts talking about global warming.
Yeah.
That's like a fucking part of the movie. It's like the guy sitting on the thing, like, man, this is so fucking hot. There's like a bunch of black guys being strangled by the police, and people just kind of like not really just disagreements within the communities. And it's like that movie's really good. That movie has aged well in like the modern day.
I would say
I've read the review. Have you read the reviews of that movie?
The Right Thing.
Yeah, they're fucking racist. Have you read them? Like, there's like ones from like the New Yorker where it's just kind of like, listen, if you're gonna go see this movie, be careful. The blacks will rise up. It was like, what the fuck kind of headline is this? What kind of quote is this? Like, the black people will see a movie and they'll just start beating niggas' asses.
Hey man, they're right. Come on, man.
They're right.
Malcolm X. Malcolm X is really good.
Yeah, I remember people were just like fucking just like going. 30 people died at the premiere of that movie. Like what the hell? You gotta say Black Panther, my man.
Yeah, Black Panther's the best. No.
It's a Best Picture nominee. You better respect it.
But yeah, it's a Pixar. Yeah, it's a Pixar movie.
Black Klansman's really good too. That's
Black Klansman's good. Get On Up. That's the James Brown one.
Get On Up. I like Moonlight. I like Moonlight a lot. I think that's a pretty cool movie.
Moonlight's good.
Spotlight. Moonlight.
Same thing.
Black movie. Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite was good. I mean, that's more of like it's a comedy. I guess like Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, that's a good movie too. The Get Out's also really good. I don't know if this is a black movie because this is a talk about Africa. But what's that one movie that was on Netflix that didn't get an Oscar nom?
The one with Idris Elba.
Yeah, that movie. I think Idris Elba. Yeah,
Beast of No Nation, not Birth of a Nation. It's a really good black movie. Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. Both versions are pretty good black movies. Just gonna put that out there for Black History Month.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Lead Shrek Cup now.
Chirac, that was really good. I like that one because that was a Spike Lee joint, and that was before Black Klansman, and that was like one of his better ones, like right after Inside Man, because he didn't make anything good really.
Yeah, there was a run where it's like, yeah, Spike Lee kind of made some stuff that's not.
Dude, he made Old Boy. It's great.
He did make Old Boy. Oh. Yeah. What's another? Coming to America is really good too.
America's good.
Coming to America. Fuck. This is not black. What is that fucking movie? I love this movie. I put it down as like one of my recommendations on Twitter. It's like, where is it? Let me pull it up real quick.
You got your whole list of recommendations on Twitter. It's got a whole line.
People like it. People are really enjoying that one. Menace to Society is really good. And Boys in the Hood, that's a classic. Fucking shit. What is that movie called? I'm losing it. Where is it? It's so good. Damn it. Where did it go? I'll just look it up. Oh fuck. Glum, go. Give us a black movie.
American Gangster. That was very good. Denzel's good in that.
the fucking Brazilian movie? City of God. City of God.
Yeah,
Watch that one. That's a really damn good movie. They're not black people here, but like come on, go watch it. It's fucking good. It has black people in it.
Yeah.
Wait, wait, where are they? Like they're fucking Brazilians. Brazilian.
Okay.
Fuck it. Just watch the movie. There's like black guys there. I'm sure. Fuck you, Portuguese. I don't know.
It's a great Black History movie.
Fuck you. Watch it for Black History. You know.
Okay.
No, fuck black people. Just watch this movie. It's better.
Okay.
It's better than most of the movies on here, except for Do the Right Thing.
All right. But so
I tried, damn it.
You have 2 more questions. See, see, also since Valentine's Day, since it's almost Valentine's Day. Since it's Valentine's Day. Since it's almost Valentine's Day, what were some of your first cartoon crushes?
Bulma.
Okay. And I was like 5, but I remember really liking Atomic Betty. She was the first. She was first. I was 5 years old, Mars. You gotta give me. Okay, it was that. It was her.
Just because you're 5 doesn't mean you can have shit taste.
Okay, fine. It was her, the blue chick from the Buzz Lightyear Star Command, and Queen Tyranny. I really like Space, apparently. Space. I remember liking. Yeah, those are my first crushes. Sure. And then also thoughts on live action Aladdin, Mars.
Alright, the hat's fucking coming off for this one. I am fucking pissed at this movie. I'm gonna see this thing, but I am not anticipating it. First off, I want to preface this. I had a fucking Aladdin bedspread when I was younger. My dad bought me a Korean Aladdin blanket, and it had giant Aladdin on the big middle, and it was comfy as all shit. So I loved it. I watched this movie. I had the DVD. I had everything. I didn't have a little genie, but I wish I did.
I had a small tiny genie, but yeah.
Will Smith looks like fucking shit.
Oh my god, he looks terrible.
He looks awful.
The CG for that does not look good at all.
No, he looks awful both CG and live action. He looks like shit off the fucking camera.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
He does not look good. He looks exactly like everyone thought he was gonna be. It's like, no, that's not what we're gonna look like. We're gonna look a little bit better. No, he looked like even dumber.
Yeah, go into Photoshop, you take a photo of Will Smith, you make it blue, and then you use the blur effect to make him bald, and it's like, yeah, that's what he looks like.
You take the paint from like fucking dirty little, what's this fucking like dirty little liar, like little liar,
big fat liar,
liar, and then you fucking put it on Will Smith. That's what you get.
He looks like Arrested Development. He looks just like him. Yeah.
He looks awful. Everything else looks awful. And like it goes beyond Will Smith. All the other characters, like if someone pointed this out, it's just like this looks like a fucking porn parody, and that's exactly how I would describe it. It looks like it looks awful. The actors, they don't really look like they're that good, and also it's just like Aladdin is one of the most like visually like not what.
It looks boring.
Yeah, it does look visually boring, but like Aladdin, the original movie, is probably one of the most visually like impressive, like engaging movies that Disney's made. Like I look at that movie and it's like, wow, everything's so fucking beautiful.
Cause you gotta think about the time. Like, you know, it was like it was the new renaissance for animation. You had Little Mermaid, people loved that, and then you had Beauty and the Beast, people loved that too. It got the Oscar win, and then Aladdin came out, and that like was kind of revolutionary for like CG with the fucking lavas and everything.
It's like, oh my god!
It's just visually interesting, like impressive. You had like all the songs, the memorable characters.
I don't even know how the songs are gonna work in this movie without looking ridiculous. That's one thing about animation is like when you do musicals and like animation, they look natural. They're natural to me. But like when I hear musicals and like live action like this, like I'm thinking of like this live action schmuck that like I don't know what the fuck he really looks like. He's just trying to sing one jump with a realistic monkey on his arm. It's like, what do you want? This looks stupid.
Did you see Jafar in the trailer? You saw that trailer, right? Did you actually watch it?
I've like skimmed. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just seen screen. What did Jafar look like?
He looked and sounded like a Melvin. He sounded terrible. Like he's just like he was not like you see Jafar in like the original one. And he's just like he's like, you know, he's lanky, he's menacing looking, and he's just like, oh, he's a character. He's sinister. I get it. It's like this one. He looks terrible. He looks terrible.
Like, what is with people not getting that people that are villainous should look not always look, but normally should have a presence that makes you feel intimidating. Like Venom guy, why did he looks lame? Come on, he's like the biggest Melvin ever. Jafar is a person that should physically and internally strike a chord with people. Like when you see Jafar, you're just like, oh fuck, this guy's into some shit. This one, I bet if you send an image, he'll look.
I'll find what Jafar looks like. I want to get alive in my life. Okay.
Wait, what's his fucking name? What's his fucking parrot's name? Steven. Like, what the hell? Will they keep the original voice? I'm so fucking. That would be so funny, but it'd be so ridiculous that you just hear what's his Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah. I doubt he would be there.
I'll say something racist.
I'll find what he looks. He looks terrible. He does not look good. I'll send it. Yeah, I'm sending what Jafar.
I just hate most of these Disney movies, live action, and I know who they're selling them to. You know, I love my mom and sister, but they fucking have shittiest movie taste. Like, they want to see. Oh, he looks like a fucking idiot.
He looks terrible. He does not look good.
Why does he look like a white guy?
I think it's just the lighting. I'll find him. I'll look at a screenshot from the trailer.
He's just like some white guy in a bunch of Egyptian clothing with a shitty fucking beard.
The only one was like, oh yeah, fucking going back to Aladdin. Just like, you know, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite probably Disney movies of that era. And probably right next to Beauty and the Beast too. It's like that movie is really really good, and it holds up too. It just holds up in general
songs
today.
Are great too, and they have. It's like I love singing blasting one jump in my fucking car and singing like
Street Rat. I don't buy that. I don't buy this. That's what I did.
One jump. It's in this one. It's just. I know who they're selling them to. They're selling to people like my mom and sister. Like, or my sister is like, she loves Disney to death, and it's just kind of like I love a company, but I don't love a company like Disney like that. Like, I'll admit when they're doing some shit. But like, she'll see the Lion King. I'll see the Lion King movie. I'll probably see Aladdin too, because out of curiosity. But I'm not.
Oh my God, Mars! I don't know if you've seen this, but fucking the I'm looking at the trailer right now because I just want to get like a little snippet of like what Jafar sounds like. No, the Aladdin. I'm looking at the like to the dislike ratio. It's like 83K. You don't disliked it.
Good. He looks like you know. There are some times where it's just like people just like they're disliking shit, but like some of these ones are fucking legit. The YouTube Rewind deserves the fucking dislikes. The fucking Aladdin one deserves the dislikes.
Wait, Mars, I want to get your reaction to just Jafar's sound.
We have live action, so we can have my visual accompaniment of what I think he sounds like.
Wait, give me a second. Let me link it. I didn't link the timestamp. Skip to 17 seconds.
Okay. Dude, have this. You know, this is a side rant. I had a broken Google Pixel. It was an Android phone. It was really good. I had to get a new one, and the only thing I could get was an iPhone. Oh, memes. Little iPhone. The one thing that it pretty much serves every function, but what I hate about it is whenever I click on like links to like Twitter or like YouTube, it's always just like it doesn't take me to the app.
Okay. All right. Let me
get the special look. Is it movie clips trailer?
Yeah. Skip to 17 seconds.
All right. All right, we 3, 2, 1ing it.
Yeah, sure. We'll 3, 2, 1. I'll put the link up. Not the link. I'll put the thing on the side so we can just watch it and not get copyrighted. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. Click.
Bring me the land.
Oh, that's fucking awful.
All right. All right. It's just terrible. Yeah.
Just burn it. Really, I am. It's so. I don't even think it'll be like laughably bad. It'll just be infuriatingly bad because it'll make a lot of money and it'll just continue the cycle. So that's like
it's like the only up I think is like
the only thing
the
I'm praying is that everyone has memed Will Smith into looking like shit that they just won't watch the movie.
Jasmine looks alright. That's a positive. That's it though. Oh yeah, if I go back to crushes, she was like also number one. She was like a top tier 5-year-old. All right, okay. All right, cool. And let's see. And yeah, we got our final question here from Jacob's from Jacob X 823. Let's see. Question: will you guys get the new Crash racing game when it comes out?
But a very specific one.
I don't think so personally.
Probably, I don't know.
It's not my peak interest right now. It's not the game I'm raring to get this year.
I mean, I like Crash Racing. I like Crash. I think the
I
one
like
on the PS2 more, but
I like the one on the PS2. That was like the what CTR. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably doubtful. I probably get it. There's a lot of cool games, and that's one's not on my list.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. All right, Mars. That was this live action half and half. That was what? This went on for almost 2 hours again. Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
This is gonna be the new thing. You'll see my.
I don't know
face.
that. We'll do this whenever we want to do something entertaining like this. We'll probably maybe even stream it at one time. Maybe.
It'd probably be easier if we do it. We were supposed to we were supposed to do it now, but I'm too scared to stream something I don't know.
Well, now we know it, so maybe next time we can stream it. Maybe.
I'm gonna chew on Frozone's head.
I'll chew on Roosh the Bat. I'm not gonna do that. All right, that was the Half and Half podcast. To see, you can find me at Glumwalker on Twitter, and you can find MarsReviews at MarsReviews, and you
subscribe.
Make sure to do that.
Make sure to follow us on SoundCloud.
Please do that also. We got stuff on there. We got our After Darks. We got all our episodes. We got a whole playlist with all our episodes on it. Please, Roosh the Bat really wants you to do that. Just make sure to do that. All right.
Do it for Frozone. Do it more for him than like anybody else.
Do it for all the Legos in here. Do it for all the children. These Legos could not go to. All right. Okay. So yeah, that was a half and half. I'm your host Glumwalker, and with me as always is MarsReviews.
But yeah, I know how to end this off. You know, the classic.
Just okay. All right. Oh my god.
What happened? Oh, I like knocked something. I like that it just keeps cutting.
It's the end.